On this episode of the DTVC podcast, Ty from Comeuppance is on for his monthly hit, and we'll be looking at two from Cam Gigandet. We'll be looking at Mafia Wars and 72 Hours. So this is kind of like the Phillippe Phactory Part 2, only sans Kellen Lutz. So we're going to go strictly with a Gigandet Phillippe Phactory. So stay tuned for that. One thing I should point out about this episode, I forgot to plug my microphone in. So the entire episode, it was using the microphone on my my Apple earbuds that I had. So my sound is a little bit muted compared to what it normally is. So hopefully it sounds good enough. I listened to it some, and it definitely, I sound softer in there. But it was something I realized after the fact. I was like, I saw that the cord a bit, and I guess when I use my Apple earbuds, the person on the other end, I sound okay to them, so they don't think anything of it. It was just something I caught after the fact. But anyway, hopefully the sound is good enough for that. Then next week, John Cross from PM Entertainment Podcast and After Movie Diner is back, and we're going to be looking at two erotic thrillers directed by Sam Furstenberg. So the first one is Motel Blue that we'll be looking at, which has Soleil Moonfry and Sean Young. And then we'll be looking at Crisscross, which was 2 episodes of Tropic Heat, a.k.a. Sweating Bullets from here in the U.S. So that's the other one we'll be looking at. So that'll keep an eye out for that in next week. And yet we're looking to get a little bit more Furstenberg happening here. So it just sort of worked out that we're going to have some Furstenberg in some upcoming episodes here. So kind of good to get more of his stuff in anyway. So So keep an eye out for next week, a couple Furstenberg erotic thrillers with John Cross. Yeah, and then in terms of the DTVC Extra, Marvel Phase 4 is still something I could do. That's still a possibility. Another interesting one that I hadn't considered before, but I was watching a YouTube video about there's a YouTuber I follow called City Nerd, and he was doing a visit to the Raleigh-Durham area in North Carolina. And he talked about how Bull Durham is the best baseball movie of all time, which I haven't seen it in forever. And I noticed it's on one of the streamers. And there are actually a few baseball movies that are on the streamers. There's that one, The Fan. I don't know if you remember that one with Robert De Niro. So there are a few that I could do. I think the first Major League is also on one of the streamers. So I could do like a baseball movies episode, which would be kind of fun. Just kind of share those two loves that I have of baseball and some of these movies here. Some of the ones that I would want to do aren't on there, just to be, and of course, ones that I would stay away from. I don't think I wouldn't be doing any Field of Dreams for the love of the game, and the fact that Bull Durham it works well. I don't know if it works well in spite of Costner, but it's just Costner and baseball for those other ones, it's just too much. But that's an idea that I've been kicking around, is maybe doing some maybe like 4 baseball movies in an episode. So we'll see what happens there. And then with the YouTube channel, with me being out of town last weekend, I didn't get a video up, but I think we're going to look at One Man Force and the shootout scene where he attacks a guy with a refrigerator. That's a movie that needs more love. I reviewed it on the site a long time ago, so maybe getting a little bit of action on the YouTube channel will be good for that one. So keep an eye out for that. Probably later on this week, we'll have that. Yeah, and then with the site, if you look on our Letterbox page, the Letterbox list, the upcoming reviews watched list, you'll see that I think I swapped out Taken at Rio Bravo for Devastators, or The Devastator, I think is what it's called. It's a Rick Hill movie directed by Cirio H. Santiago that I saw recently. So I was thinking about maybe doing that one, because I haven't done one in a while that I haven't done on a podcast. But I mean, Taken at Rio Bravo, or Taken from Rio Bravo, or whatever kind of Rio Bravo, whatever it is. That's kind of a fun one too, just because it has so many names in it, right? It means we got more Matthias Hughes, more Cynthia Rothrock, more Don the Dragon Wilson, another Nevsky. However that floats your boat there, if you want more or less Nevsky. That one, could be a fun one to do too. But again, that was one we did on a podcast episode. The same one that we did with 12 to Midnight, Ty and I did. So we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens with those as well. I think that is everything. Why don't we get into the episode here? Before we do, of course, my newest novel, Nadia and Aiden, is available on Kindle Unlimited, and in paperback. The link is in the podcast description. Check that out. Pick up that one. Pick up any of my novels, And I always talk about summer reading, and I know the summer is close to ending here. We're midway through August. It doesn't have to be summer to buy one of my books and read them, or buy one of my books and not read them too. That always works as well. But I always appreciate anybody who wants to pick up one of my books. And let me know too if you buy one of my books. Let me know via Facebook message or Instagram message, whatever. And I'll be happy to give you a shout out here on the podcast. Why don't we get our theme song in here? So John Cross from Miscellaneous Plumbing Fixtures is going to play the theme song. And then when we come back, Ty and I are going to be looking at two from Cam Gigandet. As always, this is Matt here, and I am joined once again by Ty from Comeuppance for his monthly spot in the pod. Welcome back, Ty.
Hey, thanks for having me back on. I'm back on. Dolph Lundgren's back on.
No,
Guess the show's over, or the show's just starting.
Exactly. We have a film today that was directed by, I think, the last or second to last Dolph film we've done. I think Seawolf was the last Dolph film we did. So this one.
Oh wow, what a gap!
Yeah, Christian Sesma, who did Section 8. We're going to be looking at one of his films, 72 Hours. The other one, Mafia Wars. They're two movies by with Cam Gigandet. So this is also, I guess, our second Phillippe Phactory. It's like Phillippe Phactory 2, all Gigandet, I guess.
Yeah, that could be the title, because that's great.
Right, exactly. Yeah, one thing I was thinking about too with that Phillippe Phactory, I guess, Chad Michael Murray would also count as part of the Phillippe Phactory.
That's true. I would add him to the Phillippe Phactory, add him to the assembly line,
Yeah, because he's Phillippe-esque. I mean, it's going to be interesting to go Lutz free on this one, all Gigandet. I think it's going to be an interesting talk with these two movies.
We were done on Lutz, but he didn't have much on the docket.
No.
It's like, we're like, oh, is there another Lutz to watch? Oh, not really. We just watched, what, was that Do Justice? That was last year.
Yes, yeah.
I think around this time frame.
Exactly. Yeah, that was when we first did the Phillippe Phactory. Because it definitely got some positive response. People were shocked that there was even a concept that just the idea of us doing poor man's Ryan Phillippe movies.
I think people like that idea. It's like, well, let's do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
All Gigandet, because Gigandet works more than Keller Lutz.
Yeah.
Or Cam Gigandet.
You're absolutely right about this. So Do Justice was the last one we did from Gigandet. I'm sorry, from Lutz. Desert Dawn is the one we're waiting on that has Lutz and Gigandet. We're still waiting.
I know, waiting patiently, but didn't make it.
And then the last one he did was Come Out Fighting in 2022. So it's interesting. He did a lot of movies in 2022, but he doesn't quite work. You're right. He doesn't work to the same level that Gigandet does.
Interesting. See, they must get the same scripts.
I wonder if maybe he's getting. I wonder if there's even like a hierarchy where like Chad Michael Murray is getting. Well, I guess Phillippe gets them first, right? Phillippe gets them first.
And if it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Even though Phillippe's fallen into a little bit of the garbage pile, but
right, exactly.
A little bit of the skids.
Yeah. Yeah, so Phillippe, and then it feels like Chad Michael Murray it would be, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe there's like a pool of these scripts and they deal them out like cards and
yeah, exactly. So, okay, here's one for Gigandet or Gigandet, and then here's one for Lutz. Here's one for Phillippe. Would he do it? Phillippe do it? No. Okay, let's give it to Chad Michael.
Right, exactly.
Oh, he's not going to do it. All right, give it to Lutz.
Yeah,
he's not going to do it. All right, fine. How about Cam Gigandet?
Yeah,
all right, he'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder too, because obviously Gigandet did one of the Twilights, but Lutz with all the Twilights. I wonder too if that's part of it. If like there's like these, he makes some money from those Twilights from like whether they're airing on TV or if he's going.
They usually do.
Shows. Yeah, exactly. So maybe he doesn't need it as bad as the other ones do. I don't know.
He has better residuals.
Yeah, because he was a bigger part. Well, but Ashley Greene, like, because she played his girlfriend in those movies. and she still does quite a bit of these movies. So
that's interesting how that works. I want to see how that works. And like,
yeah,
it's like, oh, Ashley Greene, she's a big. Oh, not doing well. Time for some B movie scripts. It's just like, I want to know how that works.
yeah.
Maybe because if I was an actor, I'd go write the B movies. It's just like, it's like I don't do any A movies at all. Write the B movies.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, if I was, as an actor, and I think this kind of thing. I mean, obviously, this thing has always existed, but I think one of the names that really brought it forward was Uwe Boll, where he would do this thing where he would talk to agents and find out who was between movies, and see if they wanted to make an extra, 40, 50, 60, whatever number is grand, for a week, a little bit of work when they weren't doing anything anyway. And so then I think Randall Emmett kind of works in that realm as well.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an actor, I mean, yes, you probably do want some time off, especially if you're someone who does like Marvel movies and things like that. Maybe you're not like a big lead, but you've got to be there for everything. Maybe you want the time off, but maybe it's good too to just if you're not doing anything else anyway, why not make 50, 60 grand or whatever it is.
That's how he got Ben Kingsley to be in Blood Rain. And it's like, I think that's how he got Statham and Burt Reynolds and Ray Liotta and In the Name of the King. Like, he got all these pretty decent names in The Name of the King. It's a really crazy movie.
Yeah.
Well, slow, but crazy.
Exactly. It's really long. Well, and he also...
I still don't watch the director's cut. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, he also paid them with this German tax credit loophole that was like, I guess like the German, Germany wanted to pay independent filmmakers to make more independent films in Germany. They weren't expecting someone like Uwe Boll to like exploit the loophole to make movies like Blood Rain.
That's hilarious. Yeah. It's just like, I wish that was still around because they should bring it back just for him. They get more movies.
Yeah,
He's been on break he has some movie out now. It's on Paramount Plus. I forget the title. It's like a cop drama or something. But
Uwe Boll.
First like fight or something. Some boring title. I can't remember the title, but
yeah,
it's the guy that looks like James Franco, but it's not.
Right. Well, I don't know if I've told this on here before that I almost had a chance to interview him.
Did you mention that? Yeah,
I think I might have. Yeah. So what happened was that I went on that hiatus that I didn't plan on going on in the early 2010s. So I think it was Assault on Wall Street was the movie that he was making.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it wasn't. No. Actually, it would have been later than that. So it would have been one of the later ones, like something from 2015.
Like a Rampage or
Rampage. It might have been Rampage. Might have been the one. So what happened was that he his people reached out to me to see if I would interview him because they'd seen that I had reviewed a bunch of his movies. But the thing was, because I was on that hiatus, they emailed my DTV connoisseur email account, the one that's on Yahoo, and I wasn't checking it. So like I go back and check it after like however many months. I think it was actually, I went back and checked it because it was when I lost the domain, the Matt Movie Guy domain, because it was the same thing. They were emailing that domain because the debit card I used for that expired. You know how like the bank, right? They give you a new debit card every 6 years. And so you got to go and update all the numbers on everything. And I didn't update that. So so I went to check those emails and saw, I first had an email from Uwe Boll's people saying, hey, he wants you to interview him. And then another one from him specifically saying, hey, Matt, I'm ready for my interview. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Missed it out completely. Missed the whole thing completely. So, yeah.
Because I would love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to do the Robert Davi interview. It's getting on to the 10+ year mark. Some nice questions. It wasn't like nothing. It was nothing about, Die Hard or all his other Otter movies.
Right.
Or nothing about what's the one he's in with, I Can't Live. License to Kill, like nothing mainstream.
Yeah,
because he used to talk to me on Instagram or not Instagram, Twitter, about The Dangerous and some other ones we told him about. What's the one I can't think of right now? It was something. It might have just The Dangerous, something else. I think. You ever see that one, The Dangerous? It's an amazing movie.
No, I haven't. No,
it's fun. It's Michael Paré and Robert Davi.
That actually sounds familiar. I wonder.
Elliot Gould?
No, okay. All right. Elliot Gould, no. I got to see it then. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
He never did action movies, Elliot Gould. He could have pulled it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
He'd be in a dark alley.
Yeah. Younger Gould, smoking a cigarette with 5 o'clock shadow.
That would be, I think he could have pulled it off.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can almost pull off a Death Wish if you just kind of shoot him in a dark alley. Just like shooting thugs or something. That's why Jazz Benson, that's what he always did all the time. He's like, who are you? Death. I just rewatched Death Wish 4 2 weeks ago. And I rewatched Death Wish 3, which is hilariously
isn't it?
rushed.
Yes.
I was like on the floor laughing.
You were saying hilariously rushed and hilariously over the top, Stallone style. It's just
I mean, it was so. I never seen a movie so rushed like this. Like, okay, you're in. Okay, how fast can you get to the slum? It's like, oh my god, it's a movie. I felt like it's a fast forward. It's like,
no,
it's like
he didn't
he's
care
in jail, and Lars will do this, and then he was. People need to watch how really, really wackily rushed the movie is. I should have asked Alex Winter about Death Wish 3 when I met him, but he was, we'll just say, grumpy.
Yes.
And I thought I gave him his damn movie, his dang movie, Fever. I thought he'd be impressed. But look, your movie, you directed, sir.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. It was like a Mr. JP.
Right. Yes.
And he felt like he was in a rush. Well, I make fun of JP all the time on this podcast. He could have been still nicer. I should have just gave him Speed 2, and we can guess who is in Speed 2. That's not Sandy Bullock or Willem Dafoe. Right. Okay, Jason Patrick. But they were right next to each other, next to Billy Wirth. So Billy Wirth was like the hippie guy. He's in something else weird. Billy Wirth. Called Space Marines.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of Space Marines?
That sounds familiar, actually.
That's funny you said. Brett said the same thing. I need to buy Space Marines. So, but it looked like a fun one.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen something like that before. That's
because there's a movie. I can't remember. That's not Legend. It's something weird. Like not. It's like Legion.
Yeah.
You ever heard of something called Legion? I think it's Corey Feldman, and I can't think of that. That's gonna drive me nuts. Not the guy who plays MacGyver. All right, I'm gonna look this up. I know, great podcast.
Well, no, because I did what I do now. So for people listening, if you're asking me if I've reviewed a movie or not, I mean, I guess I could go to my Letterboxd now and see it on there. But
okay.
What I do is I go to IMDb and see if I'm one of the critic reviews. Now, I will say there is a movie that wasn't initially listed as me being part of the critic reviews. I think it was the Miles O'Keefe Double Impact.
Double Impact? Oh, Double Target?
Double Target, yes. Why did I call it Double Impact? That's why
it's a very similar title.
Yeah, exactly. So that Miles O'Keefe, the funny thing about that Miles O'Keefe Double Impact is that Severin, when they Double Target, yeah, I'm going to keep calling it Double Impact the whole time. Yeah. The Double Target was Severin used my review on their blurb. They used a piece of my review for their blurb.
Nice.
Eventually what I had to do was I had to update. I had to upload it manually onto their site. So if you notice, if you go to the Double Target critic reviews, like for example, for Bulletproof, it says Bulletproof Action, and then in brackets, Chris the Brain, and then for you guys, Comeuppance Reviews in brackets, Ty and Brett. Usually for me, it says Direct to Video Connoisseur in brackets, Matt Poirier. But because I did it myself, I forgot to add that brackets, Matt Poirier. So I
see that. There's no bracket.
Yeah. So. But it is kind of funny that so not all of my movies end up on the critic reviews. So it's probably not the best way for me to see if I've reviewed something or not, because with Double Target, I went through the whole process of like putting that in my Letterboxd watch list, like to watch it. I was like getting ready to do it. I had this whole thing set up. I was like, I'm going to watch this. And then I don't remember what I think it might have actually been Severin. I might have looked up the Severin Blu-ray
that's interesting.
And saw that they were quoting my review, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I did review the movie.
Because they did I think it was Strike Commando or one of those movies we did. Oh, it was the classic cop game, I think.
Oh, right. Yes. I think they go to you guys like, yes.
I'm honored that they did that. I love Cop Game. And have you seen it? Yeah.
It's on my Tubi queue. So it's going to be
I'm looking
upcoming watch.
I'm looking for your thing. Double Target on the Blu-ray. I don't see your name.
On the Severin? Oh, maybe it wasn't them. I thought it was.
I think it's a different one, maybe.
Yeah, let's see here.
It's us going through and Forgotten Junk.
For
Double Target.
Double Target. Oh, interesting.
Must be a different one. I know you're on there. I know you're on one of those.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely on Strike Commando 2. I know I'm on.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they definitely did Strike Commando 2 for me. So yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if
we've made it.
Yeah. Their site's really weird. I don't know if when you go to their site and you're trying to browse, it points you to the it points you to the search bar, I guess, which I guess makes sense.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, here's recommended. You're in the log line. You're in the thing. So it's like all the stuntman craziness and explosions you can cram into 90 minutes. DTV concert.
That's me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. That's for Commando too.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't read the.
Oh yeah. So the very first part of the double target for the Blu-ray, it says, "Take everything you think of with Bruno Mattei Namsploitation," says DTV connoisseur.
Yeah, there it is.
Replace replace Reb Brown with Miles O'Keefe, and that's how awesome this movie is.
Isn't that great? We've made it. That means the shows that Severin actually. I know this was a few years ago still, but still pretty cool. It's like, that they've done that. It's like, all that work we've done setting up these sites and podcasts is how we did it.
Right, exactly. Well, because the first time this ever happened, I think it was actually Simon. No, somebody else. Because Simon was the one who found the Severin ones for it. Simon from Explosive Action. But somebody else pointed out there's a 3 DVD set thing that had the Minion on it with Dolph Lundgren, and I guess they were struggling to find anything good about the Minion, and and I posted this is like more amazing than words can say, or something like that. And I was meaning it kind of more tongue in cheek, but they just more amazing than words can say. DTV connoisseur, and I was like, okay, well that's me.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I can't find this. I wish I had a screenshot when you could do screenshots back in the day. But I think my earliest one was some Vinnie Jones movie called Johnny Was on a foreign DVD.
Nice.
It's like some crime. It's kind of like a Guy Ritchie knockoff. It has Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
And Samantha Mumba. Remember her?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, that's right.
I forget her song, but she was in the movie.
Yeah. And she was also in the Time Machine movie or something like that, or Around the World.
That's right. I don't like Morlocks.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but I remember the Morlock. No Morlocks. Please, no Morlocks. I know it's part of the book.
Yeah.
But something about Morlocks made me angry.
Right.
I know that's very petty for Morlocks, but so yeah, I can't find anywhere. But someone said that I was blurbed on one of those foreign DVDs for Johnny Was.
Yeah.
And it's like that's pretty cool. And they had to tag us up on the back today.
Right, exactly.
Why not?
No, exactly. Well, yeah, I figured, as we get stuck in, and I forgot to mention, so our movies today,
go ahead.
72 Hours and Mafia Wars. Those are the 2 Cam Gigandet. And then our spotlight on a fight is going to be the end fight in Lone Wolf McQuade. So that should be a fun one as well.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, but then we're going to kick it off, though, with the Things These Darn Kids Say segment. We haven't done one of those in a little while.
Just happened to see it just the other day. And I know people have seen it on Instagram or TikTok, but these damn kids doing some sort of Bugatti challenge. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you watched one before we started this pod, but I don't know who some raps like. He says, "I woke up in a Bugatti," and then some guy, they sit on the ground and they drive really fast somehow, some sort of effect. It's like, and then someone else does it. And the joke when they drive really slow. It's like, I guess that's so Kevin Bacon was doing it. Oh, nice. Kevin Bacon, star of Elephant, White, and other straight-to-video movies. Nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that guy's been in except for Elephant, White, and other straight-to-videos. So if it comes to me, I'll figure it. But he was doing it, and then also Kira Sedgwick, she was doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Mrs. Kevin Bacon. Kira Bacon. They didn't change her name. Huh? But, it's like, well, what's going on here? And then it made me think, when is Anthony Hopkins going to do it? Because remember, he was doing TikTok dances.
Right.
It's like, I can't do Anthony Hopkins impression, but it's but what happens is you do a TikTok dance. I don't know what a TikTok dance really is. I don't know. You just do like the Macarena or something. I don't know.
Well, you have to. I think you have to have a ring light and a stand for your phone, and you have to have a big living room that's clean and has like all that kind of stuff. I think those are all prerequisites for the TikTok video. So then he said, then he challenged someone. He says, "I challenged Sylvester Stallone." It's like, I wish he did do that. I was like, yeah, exactly. It's got TikTok.
Would it be great? I think he does dances too. I think there is video of Stallone like doing silly dances with his kids.
Yeah. No, I would. Well, of course, yeah. Anything that he could do to get out things.
I'm trying to think of other people who would do. I think you could. This is springboard for impressions, but it's like, if Dolph Lundgren was like, "I'm doing a TikTok dance," it's like, those Fedanya dance. It's just like some sort of Russian dance. That'd be perfect for him.
Yeah, as a fake Russian. Yeah. Now what happens with the Bugatti one? What is? It's like people are driving a Bugatti.
If you look it up,
yeah,
I think someone says I woke up in a Bugatti and you sit on the ground. And then somehow there's a weird effect where you drive really, really fast, like while you're sitting on the ground. And then someone does it again. I woke up in a Bugatti and they drive really slow. I don't get why this is a thing, but I've been seeing it all week on Instagram.
But once
you can take a look, you just look up Bugatti trend or dance. Very ridiculous.
And because what I know about these, so when I with my job one time, some of my colleagues were trying to do like some social media things. And they wanted to like do like some like on Instagram, they were trying to do like these TikTok trends. And somebody was like, well, I talked to my daughter. She had a daughter who was like a teenager. She's like, yeah, these things are kind of old. And when I noticed, it was like there was like this trend of like, I guess you get like two questions and you'd run off in the direction of one or the other answer. They'd be on the screen. And Jason Derulo, the pop star, he did it.
Oh.
And essentially it's like once he did it, it wasn't cool for the kids anymore because it was just, it had become too mainstream. So I wonder with Kevin Bacon, if for the kids, if he's too mainstream and that means nobody's going to do it anymore, or if that makes it more fun that he did it.
It seems like the latter because it's like he snuck it in really fast. Like, oh, I better do that really fast. I bet it only takes like 5 minutes to do some sort of trend. I don't get how these things get filmed.
Right.
Like kind of like Vine or whatever it was. Like, how do you film something in 15 seconds? I don't get it.
Yeah, because well, I see. For me, when I'm doing my YouTube videos, I'm using a combination of OBS, which is like this open source, like recording software.
Yeah, I like your videos, by the way. They're really cool.
Oh, thank you, excellent.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. Great idea. It's a brilliant idea, by the way.
Oh, thank you. No, I really.
You're very welcome. So cool.
Yeah, but then I use Canva to trim the video. So I got to get, I'm not using like the best stuff. I think there's people out there. I think the kids can get like much better. I think, well, also too, if you have a Mac, Macs come with.
Okay, I have the phone, but it's also the PC or whatever.
Right, the Mac. If you get an iMac, it comes with stuff standard like GarageBand and then their movie app that allows you to edit those things. So yeah, I remember there used to be one that came standard with Windows called Windows Movie Maker.
Oh, it's a classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that one that had the Weezer song?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Something came with the Weezer, whatever that Weezer song I was talking about, Happy Days.
Winamp or something, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. But
what's the song called? I forget. But it's like...
Oh, right. Buddy Holly.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. So, and then you got the Fonz or whatever and Pat Morita hanging around.
Yeah.
It's like, it was done well, but it came with the player. It came with the computer.
Oh, right. With Winamp. Yeah. No, this is Windows Movie Maker where you could like upload, you could put like AVI files, things like that into it, and you could like cut them up, edit them, and all that kind of stuff. So when I used to do on my old YouTube channel when I did MST3K movies, that's because back then you had to cut your movies into like
right.
So I would use Windows Movie Maker to like edit everything, but they don't have that anymore. It's a shame. It was a really great program.
Just like Skype was a great program, but we're working around it, with Riverside FM.
Right.
So hopefully we're going to have Richard Pierce on this week.
Oh, nice.
And finally, it should work out well, I hope, with these technology difficulties.
You're saying this week, just to give people a sense, this episode's going to air probably, it's going to be like the middle of August. So,
okay. July. Yeah. Of this, the month of July, Richard Pierce is coming on.
Yeah, so people should be able to go back into the archives and hear Richard Pierce on there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it should be able to work out well. At least I hope. I don't trust these technologies anymore since Skype went away.
No, exactly. No. Well, I figured, what do we talk about what we've been watching lately? You've been doing like some Madsen marathons and things like that.
I do Michael Madsen. I guess might as well do the impression still. I know he's gone, but
yeah.
I watched 7 Madsens.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like, all right, let me see. Well, because I knew where they were. Because I've been sitting on a bunch of Madsens. So I was like, oh, okay, he's gone. Let me just watch him. Yeah. So let me remember the order. Okay, it was Amsterdam Heavy. I haven't heard of that.
Yes.
He's only in it for the first 4 minutes. I did a timer. He's like, oh, he's like had to get some information to this fake kind of Russian Statham looking guy,
Right.
and then that was it. And then the Statham looking guy, he's on revenge. It's actually not a bad movie. It just needs obviously more Madsen. It's like he had to, but Madsen looked cool in it. He had like this like leather jacket. He's like, no, Amsterdam's not really it's a weird place. So adios. It's like, it's like that's all he said. So that was amazing. And then I watched I rewatched The Last Drop. You ever see that?
No, I haven't seen that one either. No.
It came out 2006 or 2005. Billy Zane and co-stars, and then Madsen's in a bit more in it. He's like this kind of looks like I can't forget Steve McQueen in it.
Oh, nice.
And it's okay. It's like a heist, during a war. It's a movie on a screen. And then I rewatched Voodoo Dawn. That has Rosanna Arquette and Michael Madsen. He's in a bit more. He came out in 1998.
Right.
James Russo. I would skip this one because you don't really. And Balthazar Getty. Remember when he was supposed to be a bigger?
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. I thought I'd see more DTV movies with him in it, but I don't think he's just not in them with other people. But yeah,
yeah, it was. I would probably skip it unless you're a mad completist like I guess I am.
Yeah.
And then I did. That was the DVDs, and then on tape, I did. What was it? Fatal Instinct. That was like an erotic thriller. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I don't think so. It sounds familiar.
But I'd skip it. It's just kind of boring. But I watched it kind of late at night, so I was kind of half asleep.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got understandable because the movie wasn't that exciting. And then it's like, oh, I'm a detective. He's like, he really didn't care. This is like 1992.
Yeah.
And then I rewatched Agent of Death, which is hilarious. People need to watch Agent of Death or the alternate. It's Eric Roberts, Brian Genesee.
Oh yes, I believe
Ice-T.
I reviewed that one for Ice-T.
You did.
And Sam Furstenberg's induction to the DTVC Hall of Fame. So
he deserves it for this one. It's actually a pretty fun Die Hard knockoff. A little long, almost an hour and 45, but because this long fight scene with Eric Roberts and Brian Genesee, which is kind of funny. It's like, and Michael Madsen is a Die Hard knockoff, so Michael Madsen plays the Reginald Vell Johnson part, but he put some energy into it, which I was surprised. Yeah. Like he has his sunglasses on. It's like, gotta find this guy. It's like, it was kind of funny. It's like, you're the guy with the tuxedo. It's like Eric Roberts like, yes, I am. Call me the replacement. I love Eric Roberts. It's such a great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie, no, but it's funny. And then I did The Sender.
Oh, that's what I need to see. That's the last Madsen PM that I've got to do. Yeah.
Well, the beginning's amazing. It's awesome. And then it kind of falls off a lot because it's about like some alien, kind of like Mac and Me meets PM. It's like, and it drags. My God, it's drags. But the cast is amazing. Yeah. But you got Michael Madsen, he doesn't care in the movie a lot. Michael Madsen, Robert Vaughn, nice. Diane Cannon, and Stephen Williams, and Arlie Ermey.
Yeah, great. I always love Stephen Williams in anything PM because I always joke that he's like, this cast is pretty robust. Usually when Stephen Williams shows up in a movie like that, he's like head and shoulders the best actor. And I always joke that he's like, when he comes to a cookout and his kids or, somebody else is working the grill and it's just like, no, let me show you how to do this. It's like, that's kind of how he takes over a movie. But with that cast, I can't wait to see him with that cast because, there's definitely some names that could give him a run for his money.
It's not a bad movie. It just drags so much. It's ridiculous. You'll see.
Okay.
And then lastly, I rewatched Executive Target. I had to watch that last. Yeah. I watched it on YouTube. I couldn't find my tape for the life of me. I've been looking for it for months before Madsen passed away.
Yeah.
I just cannot. I have to buy a new copy, but I could not find it. And well, if one day, if you ever see my room and my other room's full of tapes, like it's a disaster. So. It's only gotten worse since I've been looking for Executive Target for one tape.
You gotta do like other people do, where they have these big, massive shelves, and this like it's like I don't know, like I don't even know, like IKEA maybe. I feel like IKEA.
Well, that's what's interesting.
Yeah.
Because when I first got shelves, it fit all my tapes, and then I kind of dived in headfirst into more tapes, so they're everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like if you look at like John Cross and Simon Miller, like their YouTube videos that they do, they've got like their their physical media behind them, and it's just these big, massive like shelves upon shelves
That's
of just
awesome.
Yeah, it's so yeah, it's because you could do that. You could have your own YouTube channel where you've got these big, massive shelves behind you, with all of your physical media. That's one of the problems for me, is that because I don't have that, I've got to do the green screen with like the openings to like PM Entertainment or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
The
see
logos.
that.
Yeah, because I don't have the big massive collection. I mean, I don't think I don't think I could even do anything close to that. But yeah, you could. It's like that's one of the keys, I think, to having a good like low budget B movie YouTube channel is like a huge physical media collection as a backdrop.
Because it's what's funny about that. Like, I barely have anything in actual order. Obviously, the only thing I have in order is all the Relentless movies, because they were right there.
Yeah.
So 1 through 4, I could find no problem. It's like anything else is not. Oh, some of my AIPs are in order.
Yeah.
But what's going to mention? Yeah. So I thought it was first. When Madsen's going to kidnap Roy Scheider, the president and executive target. I thought he said first I get the money, or first I get the money, then I get the press.
Right.
Yeah. He actually does not say that. He says, "Give me half now, half later, then I get the press."
Right. Okay.
And it's like, cause I think I sent you that video yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And well, did you listen to the PM podcast about that? About executive target?
I think yes. Yeah.
I love the trivia about where Jimmy Kimmel did a lot of Madsen's ADR.
Right. Yes.
That was amazing. So I rewatched it with that info in mind, and it's like, okay, you know what? You could tell that a lot of it is. It sounds like Madsen enough.
Yes. Right. Yeah. It's a bit.
It's good fooling. I'll give you that.
That's right. Yeah, was that Paul Volk, I think, who was? Yeah, that's right. He's like, yeah, some up and coming comedian named Jimmy Kimmel did, or no, he was a DJ. He was a DJ at that time.
Yeah,
right.
You could do like a half Madsen impression. If you didn't know that information, which I didn't know the first 500 times I've seen the executive target, oh, okay, sounds like Madsen.
Right.
You watch it now, it's like, okay, that's not Madsen. That's not Madsen. Because Madsen's like a deeper voice. When it's not as deep, it's someone else.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So I show you my picture of my cat liking executive target.
You did, yes, that was awesome.
Yeah. I was surprised that she sat down in the chair and watched it. Usually she just lays around. Yeah. She's actually sat and watched a good portion. Yes. It's like my other cat loved Black Mask, the Jet Li movie. Oh, well, if I do say Jet Li, I got the impression, right?
Right.
But just like, all right, hold on. Now I know where you are. I'm coming up. I know. I love Kiss. We did Kiss the Dragon, didn't we? Did we do that as a fight?
No. We just did the one last week.
Last
time you were on. Yeah, exactly.
Versus Jet Li.
Yeah, exactly.
Kiss the Dragon, awesome movie. So those are all the matches I watched. What have you been watching?
So yesterday. So again, I'm saying yesterday. This is going to be out in August.
Right.
So, but the day after it came out, I took in some Corn Sweat. I did watch the new Superman. I did my 9:30 a.m. matinee, as we talked about.
That's amazing.
I think there was like 8 people there for that matinee. So I liked it. I think the thing that it does in terms of like these superhero movies, the thing that James Gunn does that we hadn't really seen before is he introduces, it's like the first time doing a character, but he has other superheroes in the movie, and that doesn't really ever happen, right? It's usually like the only time you ever get other superheroes is if it's like supposed to be connected to other movies.
Usually,
like Iron Man, when Kevin Feige and company did the first Iron Man, it wasn't like they had all these other people in the movie, or even like the Incredible Hulk movie that comes after. It's not until the end credit sequence where you see Robert Downey Jr. sitting there with Thunderbolt Ross. And so to have that where you've just got, here's Guy Gardner, he's just there, and Hawk Girl, by our favorite from Madam Web, Isabella Merced, they just happen to be there, and it's like, oh, okay, they're there. Mr. Terrific, he was a really great character. So it was kind of a cool idea. I don't know where I would put it, ranking it. Like, I think I still like the first two Supermans, the original first two Supermans better than this one, but I might put it above like 3, 4, and the newer ones that have come out. I think
well, like if you want to compare it to Man of Steel,
Right, I think it's better than Man of Steel. I liked it, but yeah, I think Gunn does a better job than as John Cross from After Movie Diner calls him, Hack Snyder. I think he
I think he said that in the when we did Skyscraper on his podcast.
Did he call him Hack Snyder? Yeah,
I think he snuck that in. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I rewatched Man of Steel. I thought it was watchable enough. I mean, like,
yeah, I think if you think Man of Steel is watchable enough, you'll like this one. I think this one, I mean, the other thing too is we get Crypto, the dog.
Yes, I saw the dog. Yeah, that's awesome.
Movies are they're better with dogs in them anyway, and so I think that's a great part of this is that having the dog in there. First one to try, to include the dog, and so that's another part of it that works.
That's a good point. You don't see in Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, which is the best Superman movie.
No.
Wink.
Yeah.
No Crypto. Right. It does have Mark Pillow though.
It does.
That Mutant Man or Mountain Man or Dumb Man.
I've got to call back to a recent. Was it the 8 gems? What was the episode that you and Brett did recently in your podcast? It was 8 gems in a duffel bag.
Oh, 8 gems in a duffel bag.
8 gems. Yes, where Brett mentioned that he thought Nuclear Man was played by Shadow Stevens, the Century Square, who also did American Top 40. I mean, the Shadow Stevens, his voice was just the best, and I guess I could see that because Mark Pillow's voice was dubbed by Gene Hackman, I think, right?
So Gene Hackman was in it also, and then Mark Pillow was also dubbed by Gene Hackman?
I think so. Right? Wasn't that part of the deal? I thought that was part of how they did it. I can't remember.
Oh, I have to look that up.
He creates him. Yeah, it was something like that. I mean, that's the one thing I will say is that Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, James Gunn, when he has baddies in his comic book movies, he wants them to be out and out baddies. He wants there to be no gray area. There's no thing to have fun with or anything like that. And so Nicholas Holt's baddie, it's like this smarmy, smug, nasty Lex Luthor that you just want to see Superman thrash. That's kind of the deal.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah, and so I don't even know how you compare that to Gene Hackman's scenery chewing Lex Luthor. That just and even when he's mailing it in that 4th movie, it's just so Gene Hackman-y.
It's so great because I've been rewatching all Gene Hackman. I did watch Welcome to Mooseport.
Oh, I've got to see that one. Yeah.
It's very 2004. I mean, but for some reason I kind of it's not very funny.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, I guess there's a couple chuckles here and there if you like Ray Romano.
Right.
Humor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He kind of somewhat cared about the characters enough, and I guess it eked out 3 stars out of Letterboxd for me. It's maybe it caught me in a good mood.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Because you can't really hate the movie. Mm-hmm. It's just a movie on screen. Yeah, he's moving up there on the list, because he looks like my uncle.
Right,
awesome.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. So it's oh, look, it's Uncle. Oh, it's Gene Hackman, but he looks like him. Which I told my uncle that he thinks that he doesn't believe me. He's like, look, you look like Gene Hackman, which is not a bad thing.
No, well, because your uncle probably looks at it as he grew up with Gene Hackman. It's like, how could Gene Hackman?
Well, his favorite movie is The Russia House. I was not Gene Hackman as Sean Connery.
Oh, right, yes.
He was like, you know what my favorite movie is, right? Like The Russia House. It's like where he has kind of a voice like Gene Hackman, like this. It's like he looks. It's kind of funny. Maybe I'll have to call him and see how he's doing.
Yeah.
Not Uncle Mike. Yeah,
right. Yes.
But it's I can't call Gene Hackman.
No,
maybe I made it at Gene Hackman's number.
Yeah.
It's like I thought I was going to get Eric Estrada's phone number. All he did was talk to us last year at Terrificon.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I guess I can hang out with Eric Estrada, sure. He wouldn't leave us alone in a nice way.
Yeah. He was excited that you guys, were there for more than just chips, which is...
That's right. And he was excited for chips anyway. But I mean, how about In Gold We Trust and... not Gold We Trust, sorry. Alien Seed and The Lost Idol. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder too if after the Chips ones, if it's the Sedaris movies, because I wonder if that's maybe another one that, if I went there with Guns, I wonder if he would look at that and be like, I've seen Guns however many times, even though I love him in those Sedaris movies. I wonder if it's Chips, Sedaris, those are the ones. But if you come in like what you did with more obscure ones, I wonder Night of the Wilding if he would,
We kind of mentioned that. I wish I had that.
Yeah.
At the time.
You can only bring so many movies for him to review. So
I rolled the dice because I thought, okay, I'm gonna roll the dice, see if he'll sign one of them for free, and he did.
Yeah.
And I think he was just flabbergasted. So it's like, well, the most flabbergasted really was Dina Meyer when I gave her, and Michael Ironside. But Dina Meyer was like, no, unspeakable, unspeakable.
Yeah, I think this is a tip for anybody out there when you go to any of these conventions. Because a friend of mine had a similar experience with Kevin Sorbo, which I know, Kevin Sorbo is Kevin Sorbo, but he took Pool Boy, and Sorbo was so used to signing Hercules. When he saw Pool Boy, he just burst out laughing, thought it was the greatest thing ever. And I think that's the key, right? Is if you go there with the thing that everybody's expecting them to sign, then they just kind of sign it and move on. But it seems like some of your best interactions have been with people with movies that they weren't expecting anybody to want them to sign.
Well, same with Mr. Bitey or Martin Cove. Or supposed Mr. Bitey.
Right, alleged biter.
Yeah. Alleged biter, Martin Cove. When I gave him Shoot Fighter, he was like dancing around the area. It's like, what? Shoot Fighter?
Yeah.
It's a classic movie, which we could do on Spotlight on a Fight. We should probably do our movies soon.
Yeah, well, why don't we? Yeah, well, this may be a good place to transition. So I will say, for people out there, by the time you hear this, Superman will already be out of the theater probably. But if it is in the theater and you haven't seen it, you should check it out in the theater. I think it's a fun theater movie. Also, probably by the time this episode goes out, I'll have done a couple other episodes on it myself. So I think
you're doing a solo one.
Yeah, so I was gonna. Well, I think I'm maybe have Freddie Young from Full Moon Reviews on. So by the time everybody hears this, that episode will already aired as well to talk about this and maybe another movie. We'll see. We're gonna see how that flows there. But
I need to listen back to your podcast you did with him with Punisher Warzone, because I love Punisher Warzone.
That was a great one. Yeah, that was a really good one there. And I can't remember. I think we did do like kind of an initial talk about where the state of Marvel was. It's kind of funny with him. Like there's a few episodes in a row where he was on right before a new Marvel movie was being released. So like he was on right before Brave New World came out, and he was on right before Thunderbolts came out. But the episodes all aired after the movies came out,
right?
So yeah, it's kind of funny. So we're talking about this anticipation, of a movie that is going to be out by the time the episode's released. So and I think it's actually going to probably happen again because we're going to record before Fantastic Four First Steps comes out. So yeah, and I think that episode will be out before First Steps is released. Though I'm not sure.
Yeah, that shall work out very well as usual.
Yeah,
and let me get my
if you want to get your notes in, so we'll do 72 hours first,
right?
And I'll do a little background while you gather your notes.
Right. Okay, I got my notes. Right, go right ahead.
One of the things I think we were excited about with this one was that it's a Christian Sesma film, and Christian Sesma movies. He's a director. He's done a couple that we've reviewed so far. He did Section 8, which we talked about at the top of the show here today.
The Dermot.
The Dermot Mulroney one with Lights Out. Exactly. Well, actually, Dermot was in both of them. That's right. He was in Lights Out.
He was.
He was amazing in Section 8 with the dark mustache over the gray beard and the tuxedos.
Yeah, we're on like, this is the Dermot we've been dying to see for life, and then he did deliver. Then unfortunately he fell off ruthless.
Yes,
but it's okay. That's okay.
Right. Well, and then
I'm over it.
With Lights Out, we got some pretty good Grillo there. We got Jamie King playing the part of Glenn Close.
That will always be funny to me.
Yeah, and actually the funny thing about both of those movies is they both had a backdoor Scott Adkins cameo.
That's true.
Yeah. So this movie we're talking about today has none of those things. It has no backdoor Scott Adkins cameo. Has no Dermot Mulroney. Has no It's just strictly it's Cam Gigandet, and then the other actor's name.
Sam Trammell.
Sam Trammell, exactly. So one of the problems with this movie is they did the classic cast listed in alphabetical order, which is the worst thing you can do because IMDb lists the cast the way you put them in on the movie. And so that means that Sam Trammell, who is essentially the lead in this, Cam Gigandet is like kind of like a co-lead after Sam Trammell. He's third from the bottom listed here. Actually, the one who's the bottom is Nikki Wayland, who we remember from the Crescent City, right? She was
yes, and her name was spelled wrong in the credits.
That's right. Exactly.
Of this movie, and it's like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'll do a quick synopsis here.
Go ahead, please.
Then we'll get into it. So the way the movie works is that Sam Trammell is this. He's an FBI agent who's been out like trying to figure out where this money. So like money's being laundered, guns are being run, all these kinds of things are happening. He's an FBI agent trying to track it down. His brother is played by Cam Gigandet. So
here he is.
Our episodes today. And one day when he's on a bus, he discovers that Gigandet is working with the baddies. And The head baddie is played by an actor named Pearson Fode, I think it is, or Pearson Fode.
Yes, I wrote that down. Pearson Fode or Foodie as Ty.
Ty, yeah,
T-Y-E.
T-Y-E, exactly. Tie-dye. But yeah,
tie-dye.
I think isn't that how when you do tie-dye, is that how it's spelled? T-Y-E?
That's how it's spelled. That's how I see how it's spelled. Yeah. T-Y-E-D-Y-E.
Yeah, exactly. So what happens is that Gigandet, he they have a whatever, their conflict or whatever, but anyway, Gigandet realizes that this Thai guy wants to take TYE, right? He wants to take him down, and or once whatever he has. I think he's got like a USB drive that's got cryptocurrency on it. That's the big thing. So
here we go again with that, like Black Lotus.
Yeah, we got the cryptocurrency thing, and so what they do is they kidnap Gigandet's daughter. And so that means that Sam Trammell has to go through like a good 35 minutes of gathering a crew to finally like bring this guy down, and that's kind of what happens. So yeah, Ty, what did you think of 72 Hours?
Well, I mean, I guess it was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it. That's all they rose up to is that one. It's like just okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been better. I think it had some things that were very similar to Pursuit.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? It was like a hotel room gunfight. It was very Pursuit.
Yes.
Which that was funnier, obviously, because that guy was like in slow motion doing fake John Woo, and
right.
that was funny. That was hilarious. This one's not as like funny, really. It's like, but there's some funny jargon which I wrote down. Like, we're approaching the snake pit. And the crypto cash, I heard crypto. Why crypto is very popular, I guess.
Yes.
Well, crypto the dog now. You got crypto the dog and crypto cash.
Well, that's the problem, is that when I was telling my wife that crypto was in the Superman movie, she thought I was talking about cryptocurrency. She was like, "Oh," she was like rolling her eyes. I was like, "No, I mean the dog." Yeah, John Oliver on his last week tonight or whatever on YouTube, he's got these two great things he does about crypto. He did like one in like 7 or 8 years ago, and then he did one like just 2 years ago when the whole Sam Bankman-Fried thing happened. And so yeah, he was talking about it, but it's funny because it seems like these movies like to use crypto because I guess it's like the new way to use the MacGuffin.
That's true. Like the MacGuffin and Skyscraper was just a bunch of nothing.
Right.
I mean, when I rewatched that, like I think somehow the movie got stupider. Skyscraper. When I know how a movie that happened. They somehow got stupider, but just like I didn't remember anything about that plot in Skyscraper about the MacGuffin suitcase. But besides that, yeah. So now crypto is very popular. Crypto and Bitcoin or whatever it is, Dogecoin or
yeah, they're great for MacGuffins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest problem with this movie was that with Reddit, they have this subreddit called "Am I the Asshole?" AITA, and then somebody tells a story about something that happened in their life, and they say, "Am I the asshole, or is it this other person, whoever's involved?" And there's different responses, like you're not the asshole. I think it's not the asshole, right? And NTA, I think meaning you're not, but one of them is ESH, which means everyone sucks here. And this movie here, the only person I really liked out of everybody in the movie, the only person I wanted to root for was Pearson Fode's Ty, as a bad guy. Yeah, he was really cool. But then he hits his girlfriend, and it's like, okay, well, I can't root for you either.
I can't root for you anymore because I actually was enjoying him. He stole the movie. He helped the movie along.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. It's like,
yeah.
But then every character you don't care. That's right. I didn't care about any of the characters. I mean, Cam Gigandet.
Yeah.
Our person that he was fine. I mean, like, he's just not doing anything exciting. He's just like, there's a couple of like 2-star gunfights to watch, I guess. That's what I was calling it. It's like, it's low. It's watchable enough. That's what I wrote in my notes. So it's like, if you're a B movie fan, this is watchable enough. But it could have been a bit better. It's just like,
yeah, and I think
I thought.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no! I was gonna say if you're Sesma's had some pretty good ones, right? I mean, Section 8 was better than this. Lights Out was better than this. Pay Dirt is another one of his I've seen, which has Val Kilmer and Luke Goss. I think that one was better than this. Yeah, that one. I mean, the only thing with that one is the twist at the end was kind of obnoxious. But Sesma usually has a 4 for his movies, and you can see, like, for example, the special effects look better in this movie than they do. Like, he uses fake explosions, just like the movie we're going to talk about, Mafia Wars, does. They look better here. So things look better here, but it's just like all of the characters were duds. I mean, the only character that I liked after the main baddie was the FBI guy, Tremel or whatever his name, his partner, played by Ava Paloma, Angela Scott. She was great. She could just, she was covering for him at the FBI. She was like, "I'll help you out with stuff." They should just make, have more of her in the movie. But I mean, like the daughter, like, did I really care that they kidnapped the daughter? I don't.
I kind of forgot they did.
Right.
Like I was watching, like, oh right.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
That's not good. That's not good writing or even directing, because it's like, exactly. I'm not caring. No. And I know it's a B movie. You're not supposed to really, really care. Let's tell the truth there. But you still have to care.
Care a little. You gotta care
just a little bit. Give me something to hang my hat on. Well, Sam Trammell, I mean, I thought he looks like David Arquette and Timothy Olyphant smushed together.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was trying to figure out how to describe him. You nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's funny.
Right.
He's in that movie with John Travolta, isn't he? The one that's like Taken and Death Wish. Death. Oh goodness, I talk about the movie all the time.
I should have had Trammell pulled up automatically.
I forgot.
Yeah, I should have had him pulled up on IMDb. And of course, again, because his name starts with T.
Raph.
Raph.
Or what is it? I Am Raph.
Yeah. Okay. I know you're talking about.
I think Trammell's in that. Isn't Trammell also in True Blood?
Yes, True Blood was his big thing. That's the thing that I think he made his name for.
Right, and then he just says "suke" a lot, "suki."
Exactly. Yeah, that was his big thing. I mean, the thing about Sam Trammell that's fascinating is he was born in 1969.
Wow.
But he looks like a throwback to, like, if you were watching movies in the 90s that had characters that were born in the 40s and 50s, they would look like Sam Trammell does now. And so it's fascinating that Trammell would be, he's a Gen Xer, he's born in 69, but he's like completely boomerized here. It's almost like it's almost like somebody took him from a 1990s movie and transported him into this film here.
Because it's like they couldn't get David Arquette, like, maybe because David Arquette's been doing these skid kind of movies too.
Yes, yeah.
There was some science fiction movie. Like, I bet he got paid a ton to be in the cruds, but it's like, let me look. Which I watched. It was on Tubi. I'm going to try to remember the title. I'll just look him up because I can't remember the title. David Arquette. I think he does the con circuit. If he does do the con, he was at 90s college. I didn't get to go to, but it was in Connecticut. Hold on. I'm going to look this up. It was a science fiction movie. Sorry.
That's okay. No, I mean,
go ahead.
I was going to say, oh, you found it? Okay.
2099, The Soldier Protocol. David Arquette. He just plays like a scientist nerd. I watched on Tubi, I think, a year ago. Mm-hmm. It's funny to watch him in that, because I like seeing him fall off. I like seeing everyone fall off, because it's like, how are you gonna do that? It's like because he was in Ready to Rumble and Scream, and now you're in 2099, The Soldier Protocol. What was I say? Sam Trammell. Do you have Trammell up, or?
Yeah, so I pulled him up. So that's probably the big one that he's known for is that movie. So it's interesting. He did there was an Oregon Trail movie that was made. I was looking at this. I didn't know this happened, but it's not based off the video game, unfortunately.
Oh, is it?
So I mean, they should be making it based off the video game. I always remember playing the video game in school. So our teachers were all older. They were all born like in the 30s and 40s, and so the computers were new to them. And I remember we would play Oregon Trail, and it was like really hard to play. So what we all did in the class is we would name our family after other class members. And then when they would die, you'd be like, "Oh, hey, you died of dysentery." It's like, "Oh, you drowned while we were fording the river." And our teachers would get all mad at us. But the thing is, we were learning how to use computers better than what they were teaching us, because their mindset is like, old factory days where like you just do everything repetitively and follow the instructions the way you're supposed to. But yeah, with Oregon Trail, with computers, you've got to learn how to do things differently. You got to learn how to think outside the box, I guess, for lack of a better term. And so
It's hilarious that you say that because Trammell is in a movie called Oregon Trail.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It's called Oregon Trail. That's why that's okay. I thought the movie was called Oregon Trail. That's what I thought.
No, it's Oregon Trail.
Okay. What?
So, which is on Paramount Plus, and one of it's Paramount Plus with Showtime. But
yeah.
I mean, like, but because they sneak. Do you ever see that? It's very small type.
So no, you know what's funny? Because we actually have Showtime, and that's how we got Paramount Plus was by getting Showtime. So it kind of worked out better for us. But I discovered this with Netflix that if you have a commercial, an ad version of Netflix, you can't watch all the movies because
yes, you're locked out.
Yes, so I can't do Madam Web or Venom Last or any of those movies anymore because they're all locked. Yeah.
Yeah. The second I watched Madam Web, I immediately bought it. I know we talked about this before like 100 times, but
yeah.
I love Madam Web. So yeah, Oregon Trail. Maybe we can watch that down the line.
Well, the problem is it's almost 2 hours long. It's like, what are you doing, Sam Trammell?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Get us in and out. Because the one thing that 72 hours does well, despite the fact that it's long and not a lot happens in it. I mean, they spend way too much time gathering the team. They spend way too much time talking about things and planning things and discussing. The FBI office, they spend way too much time. You know, Ava Paloma spends way too much time telling the chief why Sam Trammell's not around. Like they all this stuff takes way too much time, and it completely pads the movie. But at least the movie is only 90 minutes long. It's not even. It's 87 minutes. So they do get you out quickly, which is good.
It does. Still, for a movie of that runtime, shouldn't drag.
Yeah.
You know, it's like executive target was about 88 minutes when the credits ran.
Yeah.
And they packed it with action and you went by really fast. It's like the Roy Scheider kidnapping. It's like only towards the end.
Right.
It's just like I thought that was all over the middle, but no, you have to wait a pretty big portion of the movie. I'd say more than half.
Yeah.
Like it's ending. I'm like, when are you kidnapping Roy Scheider? Which Roy Scheider did not care. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. All right, so I think all my notes are said. Oh, I said it was kind of a snooze.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
someone says for reals. Which I thought was funny.
Right. I mean, the only other thing is, again, because I didn't care about these characters at all. I mean, there were sequences like there's this guy that's like a gun runner that they buy all these guns from, and then baddie threatens the gun runner and says, "If you don't tell us who you sold the guns to, we're going to kill your sister." And so he calls this guy Johnny with this like thick Southern accent who plays cards or something. And I guess we're supposed to like this Johnny guy, but I couldn't care less about him. Couldn't care less about the guy selling guns. And the guy who sells guns, he gets a big beard and he's like, "Why don't you sit down for a minute? I got to tell you, you know." And he starts telling this big long story about how one of his siblings dies in a car accident and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, dude, just get to the point. We don't care about any of these people. And then like they kill Johnny, right? Like the baddies come in and kill Johnny. And there's this very serious music playing while he's dying. And it's like, I don't care about Johnny. Johnny doesn't mean anything to me. Yes, in real life, if Johnny was murdered, I would think it was a horrible thing. It's, you know, nobody should be killed in real life. But in a movie, I couldn't care less that this guy's getting gunned down. It's like, just get it over with. And I think that's the problem with this movie is they probably had about 45 minutes worth of material. And they stretched it out to 87. So it's like, yes, it's not so bad because it's 87 minutes, but it's, you know, yeah, if there was like I don't think anybody would watch a syndicated TV show that's got Sam Trammell and Cam Gigandet. Probably no one would probably bother with it, but they had about enough material for if those guys were doing a syndicated TV show in the 90s.
It barely made it that quality. Barely made it.
Yeah.
It's like, thankfully, Foodie or Pearson Foudet or
right.
He basically saved the movie.
Yeah.
By skin of his fingers. It's like, because it's not a complete, it's not an outright dud.
Yes.
It's just a kind of a movie on screen. We've seen worse movies, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't remember the titles right now. I think we saw a real dud, right?
We've seen some real rough sits for sure. You're right. Like we can't think of some of the names right now. I think like some of them like remember the second of the Fortress movies wasn't that?
Oh, great, that was just a slog. Oh, and Survive the Movie, they call it.
Right. That's right. That was another rough sit. Yeah. But yeah, to your point, Pearson Foudet, if he doesn't hit his girlfriend, he is the hero of this movie, despite being the villain.
I know.
And
that's crazy.
Definitely like to see him in more stuff because he definitely.
I'm gonna look him up. I forgot to look him up.
So I looked him up. He's not that old. He was born in 1991, and
that's okay.
Yeah, he has a movie that came out this year called Marshmallow. I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like he's not doing a ton of stuff. But
He must just sit in audition rooms all day. He's one of these like, and then somehow he catches 72 hours. It's like
right. Yeah, exactly.
But his name is Pearson Fouday. So it's kind of an odd name,
right?
And then you see like the casting director, like Pearson Foodie.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look good next to Corn Sweat or someone like that. Well, Corn Sweat enough. It's a weird name.
Yeah. No, he does have, actually, this is interesting. He does have another movie on Tubi called Out of Hand. And it's directed by Brian Skiba, which
we've seen him.
Right, we've seen some Skibas, haven't we? So he did the second, a clear cut one we were talking about wanting to do at some point.
The second was the actual Ryan Phillippe.
Right, and then of course from our right, exactly, the real Ryan Phillippe, and then from our Cusack on the Skids, he directed Pursuit.
Well, he's a legend for that.
Yes.
For Cusack. Cusack's a grill master, because I think I mentioned this to you via Instagram, was that he wanted to help Arsenal. He wanted to help Jonathan Sheck do some grilling at the end. It's like, wait a second. I think Cusack might be a grill master.
I think you're right. He's into grilling, and I wonder if that's part of the deal. It's like I wonder if these low budget movies, they're like helping him like get like even better grilling potential. Like he could have all this stuff outside. It's like really really expensive grill stuff. But
I'm hoping that's his thing now.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was listening. This is not really connected, but I was listening back to there's Stephen Baldwin has a podcast called One Bad Movie, and Michael Madsen was on it.
Oh, nice.
And he was talking from funny stuff about a lot about Free Willy, but Michael Madsen mentioned something interesting, which was he was supposed to make a movie with Roy Scheider, which they didn't mention Executive Target, but he mentioned Roy Scheider, and Harvey Keitel and Cillian Murphy, called Red Light Runners. Do you remember this?
No, I don't know.
Because back in the old days of IMDb, I think I mentioned this. Actually, I mentioned this on our old Madsen podcast that we did with Brett. I used to look up Michael Madsen IMDb like every day.
Yeah.
and see what he was up to. And some movies were made, some movies weren't. And one of them wasn't made. It was called Red Light Runners. And it's like some British kind of crime thing, kind of like a Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. They got all these people in it. I guess the movie ran out of money or something. But what Madsen said was, I think Roy Scheider was mad at Madsen about that, and then never talked to him again.
Nice.
Because it's probably weird production issues.
Yeah.
But Eric Roberts was another one that Stephen Baldwin talked to.
On his podcast?
On his podcast. And he talked about also his wife, Eliza Roberts. You ever see her in these Eric Roberts movies? It's kind of funny.
The thing I remember her from was My Cat from Hell. She was the one who called in Jackson Galaxy to help out with their cat situation, and then Eric Roberts would show up from here and there to as part of the episode.
I gotta watch that episode.
You've got to see it. It's fantastic. I mean, because Eric Roberts is the nicest guy ever, and they have a blind cat and another cat that's kind of like bothering the blind cat, and so they're trying to figure out how to, because I guess they take in tons of animals at their place. So every time he does one of these movies, it is going to a good cause. It's going to him.
Happy to help out.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've helped Eric Roberts out a lot.
Right.
If he gets any sort of kickback from the movies I buy,
right.
I'm hoping I helped him a lot.
You helped rescue many cats.
Oh, good.
Many cats have homes now because of you.
Once I bought Kingsguard and Past Perfect and
exactly.
other Eric Roberts, I can't figure, By the Sword, other airports I can't figure top of my head, but Restraining Order, Sanctimony.
Yeah.
I haven't in my head, but so he mentioned that or Eliza Roberts, she's in Agent of Death. It's like, now I know what she sounds like. She has like a southern kind of accent-y thing.
Yeah.
But she said that because Eric Roberts supported the Ukraine war, Russia took away his passport to go to Russia. And because Eric Roberts he said 40 movies in Russia.
Yeah.
And maybe one of them was Red Prophecies, by the way.
Right.
Which it had to be, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, he can't make movies in Russia anymore. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I know it's not related to this movie, but I just wanted to get that out there because I just thought that was interesting.
I wonder if that's why Nevsky is here making movies too. I wonder if maybe, because we were talking about that, like we weren't sure if he was pro or against Putin. And I wonder,
movies against.
yeah, I wonder if that's why he's here making movies. If something happened there. It's hard to speculate. You never want, but I wonder.
It makes sense though, because he
Yeah.
hasn't made a movie in Russia since the Ukraine war started, which is a couple of years ago now.
Right. Yeah.
And now he would write Prophecies, and there's other weirder ones taken from Rio Bravo. Isn't there a new one out? It has like a sumo wrestler in it or something.
Yes.
Sumo.
Right. Yeah. What is it called? Like Heavy in Rio or something? I don't remember what it's called.
Something like that. We should probably watch that.
Yes. I mean,
Sumo I thought was successful.
This movie here, this Out of Hand movie, looks like
it
could be a good one for our site. I mean, because it's got Fode, but then it's also got a Baldwin brother. It's got William Baldwin.
Ooh,
and,
okay.
Corin Nemec,
Corin
Lewis. Yeah, Parker Lewis is in it. So
nice.
Yeah,
because I'm hoping to when I go to Terrificon in August of 2025. Hopefully, Ernie Reyes Jr. is going to be there, supposedly.
Oh, nice.
And he's in a movie of Corin Nemec called The Ultimate Fight. And Corin Nemec plays a guy named Hitler.
Oh, wow.
The movie's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's really garbage. But I gotta show this to Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yes.
Because it's hilariously horrible. And it's like, because he's with everybody from Ninja Turtles at Terrificon this year.
Nice.
That includes Ken Scott with 2 N's. Star of Showdown,
yes.
Which I will be giving him that, and of course Lee Majors, which is my big thing. I got to meet Lee Majors, talk about Keaton's Cop.
Yes, that'll be a good one. Yeah,
it's going to cost me some money, but I feel like it's worth it because with Madsen gone and other people dying, like this might be my only chance.
Yeah.
Because Lee Majors is getting up there in the age department.
Yes, you might as well take it. Yeah. Now I'll say quickly, the movie you're talking about is the one with sumo wrestlers. It's The Wide West. That's what it's called.
Oh, ha ha.
Yeah.
Because he's wide. Ha ha.
Yeah. So not sure when that's coming out, but we'll see.
Oh, it's not out now. Okay, I thought it was.
Well, it said 2025, but it doesn't look like it's actually. It looks like it's supposed to be out in 2025, but whether.
I couldn't tell because sometimes IMDb doesn't give you the accurate information if it's on the streamers.
Yeah.
Like I never
see. It's got some critic reviews. Let's see if anybody has reviewed it. I was thinking that I mistook those for user reviews.
I don't have the access.
Oh, Chris the Brain at Bulletproof has reviewed it. So
okay, what did you say?
Yeah,
I know we're talking about our movies, but
right. Yes, no, but I think it could be. So if he's seen it, so if he's seen it, then it means it's going to be available soon. I would think. So
because you watched Black Creek, which is kind of it's kind of mildly similar, right? It just looked.
Yeah, so what he said it's at 80 minutes, it's an easy watch, especially since the second half of the movie is more action heavy. So it definitely seems like, and he said like the samurai, the sumo duo are fun to watch. And so
seems like it.
So he said this. So we just got to keep our eye out for when this one's available, and maybe we'll make it happen.
And when I have a chance, which I probably won't be till sometime the next couple of days, I can check Zumo and see if it's on there. Good
point. Right.
That's right. I don't have it. I can't do it now, because
I don't want to do it now because I might get us bumped off of here. So that's so we've got some stuff on the hopper here between Fode and Wide West.
Fode, Wide West. Don't forget we need to watch John Henry.
Yes.
But I think we'll talk about what that's that movie.
What our next one? Yeah, for sure.
We'll do that later. But any last notes on
I think I'm good on 72 Hours.
Yeah,
should we get into Mafia Wars then?
Yeah, sure. Let's jump right into Mafia Wars. Cool title, Mafia Wars.
Right. The title is great. So here's the big surprise with Mafia Wars, and I don't know about you, but I had no idea that Cam Gigandet's co-star was Tom Welling from Smallville.
It's like he aged 45 years in one day.
Yeah.
It's just like
he turned into NFL analyst Mark Schlereth is what happened. I don't know how that happened, but
that's such a great reference because it's like now he's showing me who that is. Like that was amazing.
Yeah, for people out there listening, Mark Schlereth spelled SCH Schlereth. He was an offensive lineman for the Washington. They were the Redskins at that time, now the Commanders, and the Denver Broncos when they won back-to-back Super Bowls. So I think he won 3 Super Bowls as an offensive lineman. When you see him as an offensive lineman, you're like, oh, wow, he's really big. But then, of course, what happens is when they retire, they slim down. But he was still a big guy. And I guess Tom Welling, I never thought about it. Tom Welling was a big guy, too. He's like 6'3". And
how old is he? I'm sorry?
No, his height is 6'3".
Oh, 6'3". I said he
Yeah.
was 63. Like
No,
63.
he's born in 78, so he's a year older than me. He would have turned 47 this year. But yeah, it's amazing that he's completely transformed to this other person.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm jumping right into that because it's like, it was like, oh, right, Tom Welling from Smallville's.
Yeah.
A show I never watched, and also the Fog remake. Let's not forget about that.
Right.
And then he kind of didn't do much for a good portion of time.
Yeah.
This should be on our notes section, but he took a long break.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, when you look at his picture, his IMDb picture, it is not the picture that you see on the cover here of this, of course. So there are moments where you can kind of look at him and see in his eyes that he's that person from before. But
it just, I guess everyone obviously ages, but you just kind of forget about Tom Welling because he was, wow, what a difference. It's just like,
but this is another one that Chris the Brain has a review. But do you want me to do a quick synopsis on it?
Go right ahead. And I have limited notes to this.
Okay,
but
perfect.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. So Mafia Wars, it has Cam Gigandet as like a second in command to a big mob boss, but he's playing.
Yes, he's Griff, by the way.
Griff.
Cam plays Griff, and I think his name is Alex in 72 Hours, by the way. So Cam is back.
So he's Griff here, and so he wants to take over from this mob boss. The mob boss is like, kind of not a nice guy either. But anyway, Chris Molinax, who you may remember as the beady-eyed like MAGA dad in Best Man. He was the dad who was like all like
that name. I didn't watch that yet. Yeah. I know I've been sitting on it, but that name sounds familiar. I gotta look him up because I know I've seen him with Molinax. Right. It's almost like Michael Floorwax from Cheap Seats, Right,
exactly. Yeah, it's Molinax. Yeah, he's playing he's like some kind of cop detective, and he wants some people to go undercover to take out Griff and this mob boss. And Tom Welling just happens to be in prison in Italy. And but also was a former cop. Now the deal is that he's, for whatever reason, he's like in Europe selling drugs to make money for his niece's heart thing or whatever. I don't know. So anyway, Molinax busts him out of prison and says, "Hey, why don't you go undercover?" Because the thing is that Welling protects Griff's brother in prison. He saves his life in prison, so it's an easy in for him. So he goes undercover, and while all the other undercover cops get snuffed out, Welling manages to stay alive long enough to defeat these baddies, take everybody down, and then also get a whole bunch of cash because Griff decides to like plant everything on Welling, so he leaves $100,000 at his place. So this woman Cher Cosenza plays a character named Sphinx. No, I think it's Sphinx. I think they spelled it wrong here, but anyway, she gives him the $100,000 so he can go and get the niece's heart operation, and everybody lives happily ever after.
Well, here's what I have for my notes. Well, first off, what do you think of Mafia Wars? And I'll give my opinion.
So, the one thing I'd say that makes this one better than 72 Hours is I liked Welling as the hero, and I wanted to see him succeed.
Yeah, it was awesome, and you kind of cared about Tom Welling, and also you're so surprised it is Tom Welling that actually keeps the whole movie going.
Right. Yes, and exactly.
Cam was also fun as the villain.
Yes. Yeah.
But I said he was a little wooden, Tom Welling, but he was trying. You could tell he was trying.
Yeah.
And I forget who said it because I watched this like weeks and weeks ago. Someone says, "Oh, rats." This is like, was that Welling or Cam Gigandet? If it was Cam Gigandet,
because the thing is, this movie doesn't understand what the concept of a rat is. An undercover cop is not a rat. Rat is somebody who turns on the mob. So like the rat would be like Sammy the Bull Gravano was a rat because he went to the police and testified against John Gotti, or like Henry Hill, right, the Goodfellas guy.
Well, right. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, but I was saying, like, this movie was saying that undercover cops who embedded themselves in the mob are rats, and they aren't. That's not how that's not the definition of a rat.
Someone maybe Griff was watching too much Shades of Blue, Ray Liotta, because all Ray Liotta says that you're a rat,
right?
And he said everyone was a rat in that show. You're a rat. It's like, you got to watch Shades of Blue. I'm not sure if it's still on streaming. I mean, as I was telling this to Brad, some other podcasts or podcasts we're doing. How do you do that energy all the time, really? Like, how is he always so mad all the time? Let me take a look if it's on streaming because it's such a great program.
Well, because the thing is, at least Ray Liotta and the show gets the concept of what a rat is. Yes,
Right.
even though he says it all the time, at least he knows what it is and he's correct about it. I don't know how this movie, like, somebody didn't say, like, hey, you guys, you don't really, and I know maybe because it was an Italian production and maybe they were trying to understand.
Yeah.
Maybe in Italy, maybe that is what they call, maybe they call an undercover cop a rap, but in America,
I guess so.
that's not what the term means. That's not the same thing.
And I thought the movie looked good.
Yeah.
Because it was shot in that shot in Italy? It looks like I think it was shot in Italy.
Right. So the thing I couldn't tell, because it says it was shot in Italy and shot in Dallas, and the Dallas production only had stunt doubles for Welling and Gigandet. So I wonder if those two did more of the shooting in Dallas than in Italy. I don't know exactly how that worked. They didn't explain it too well.
No, but it helped the movie along too. I kind of like this movie.
Yeah.
I kind of give it a kind of an okay enough. Well, I thought it was decent enough recommend.
Yeah.
Because there's something about it, because you got Cam Gigandet. I doing a good job as the villain. You got Welling as classic Welling because he's back. Right. You got there's a club. There's a club scene where the song sounds just like Bloodhound Gang. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
It's like maybe they just got the Bloodhound Gang. Whatever. What's the song called? I don't forget the title, but do you remember what I'm talking about? The song.
Is it the Roof is on Fire one?
No, the right touch, the wrong.
Oh, the right touch. Oh, yeah, right. The bad touch. The bad touch.
Bad touch. Thank you. Yeah. So it's like, it sounds just like that. Like, oh, Bloodhound Gang's back. It's like, I don't. Have you ever seen the unrated version of that song?
No.
Out there.
Yeah.
To say, I can see why you have to sign into YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just like, I think they're like the more R-rated version of Blink-182, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they were around for a while and they were doing all kinds of crazy stuff before. It was. Yeah,
I don't think they could do it today.
No, none of their stuff would fly today. No.
Super cancellation.
Yeah, I mean, one of their songs was "You Ain't Got No Legs, But I Love You Just the Same."
Yes, I think I've heard that song.
Yeah, has a line of "Turn you upside down to hold my beer." I mean, yeah, I don't know. So one of the things I think one of the oh no, actually, I was gonna say I thought it was a bonus track, but no, they did one that was like an ad scene on TV thing where Axl Rose was singing 80s sitcom themes. So it's like
that's funny.
Yeah, somebody was doing like the Axl Rose one. Was like, you take the good, you take the bad, you take. It was like.
I think I've heard that. I used to listen to them. I mean, like,
me
so
too. Yeah.
It's like, it's funny. It's just like we used to be more extreme in a way in the mid to late 90s and maybe early 2000s.
Yeah.
Because then once Tom Green kind of fell off, that kind of humor kind of fell off a little bit. It hung on for a little while longer.
Yeah.
And then now it's completely gone.
Yes.
It's disappeared. It's just like.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I on the one hand it's like, man, you kind of still like, but it's like I don't know if I need to be laughing at a joke about like the guy dating someone with no legs and
right
and to hold my beer. Like I don't know if I should laugh at that anyway. Like it's probably good that it's not. You can't make jokes like that.
It's a tricky balance for us,
right?
Because
right,
like,
exactly.
In my opinion, because you laugh at the time, you got away with it at the time, so you can laugh at it at the time. Today, 20 years plus later, it's like, well, I guess it's still kind of funny enough, but you shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Yeah, it's almost like do we need to make those jokes? Yeah, it's
like grandfathered. It's like grandfathered in for us.
Right.
But not today. Like we can get away with it today, or for us, our age, but group.
Well, it's one of those things where you're better off like listening in like I wouldn't be putting lines from the Bloodhound Gang on like Blue Sky or Twitter and be like, isn't that hilarious? You know what I mean? Like it's
my goodness, you'd be canceled.
Right. I mean, like we're kind of dissecting it here so we can say the lines because we're just sort of dissecting it as a thing. But yeah, I think that's the thing. One of the things I noticed like on certain like forums and subreddits and things like that, there are like Gen Xers who still try to like hold on to those old days, and it's like, no, those days have passed and like they probably weren't good at the time anyway. But it's just sort of like,
it's so tricky because it's like you get what I'm saying. It's like we want to hang on, but you can't hang on. But maybe it was kind of fun at the time, but I still kind of want to hang on because I do live in the past. Well, I really do. But it's like,
no, what I think the thing is, that
there's online, right? Like, for example, like us
Right.
here doing the podcast, obviously we're talking about these things more clinically. We're not just like,
Yes.
talking about, oh, great, best bloodhound gang lines. We're saying, we're talking about more clinically.
Right. We're not doing
But
that. No.
There's like online, like Instagram, right? There's the things you post on Instagram and there's the things you message people about on Instagram. And it's kind of like the same thing, like my wife and I will watch reality shows and we'll make fun of the people on the reality shows, but we don't go on Reddit and make fun of the people on the reality show so they can read the stuff we're saying. And I think
that's a great point.
Yeah, I think that's the one problem with so many things is everybody wants to push everything onto like social media and podcasts and all those kinds of things that really kind of just belong in conversations behind closed doors. You can listen to the Bloodhound Gang with friends behind closed doors, and if you get a kick out of the humor, it's just you and your friends that know you're getting a kick out of the humor. But everybody feels like they have to share everything online nowadays, and I think that's the problem. Is like it's not like you cancel the Bloodhound Gang. It's more like just like, you know what? These jokes were, they were goofy. I'm sort of, I can't believe I'm laughing at this still, that kind of thing. But it's like, I'm not telling I'm not sending it out to the whole world. Like, hey, watch this video of this song that says all of these like really offensive things.
Really offensive items. It's like, no, you can't do that because then you'll cancel the Bloodhound Gang inadvertently. Right. So it's like, I don't. I mean, I'm assuming they're still touring. I hope.
Yeah, they must be. Yeah, I'm sure like they probably get, they're okay. I think I think the jokes like that. I think people in the crowd probably get it and go, okay, this is what it is. But it's like that difference between enjoying something offline with friends and sort of everybody getting a kick out of it versus like forcing it on the whole world. And I think that's the thing. You don't have to. We seem to think we have to push everything out to everybody nowadays, and it's like, and part of that I guess is because we have all these online people that we connect with, and we're friends with online. But even that, there's like the messaging aspect of these things. It's still not for everybody, and I think that's the key. Is that people need to understand what the difference is between everybody and just your friends and family behind that kind of thing.
Right, the friends and family plan versus the online plan.
Exactly. Yeah, because
let me see what else I say about Mafia Wars.
What else? Yeah,
I did. Okay, it's a spoiler, but I guess we do spoilers on this program.
Yeah, I can. I always forget to mention the top, but I think it's it's worth it. I don't think this movie, the plot twists are so crazy that.
I don't remember anything about the plot because I watched it weeks ago. I remember terrible. I know. See, the second we announce the movies, really on the podcast, I watch them.
Oh, you watch? Yeah, you get to them right away. Yeah,
I get right to them because if I have the time.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, I have the time to watch. I did it back to back. So I try to make the time to watch these back to back. The death of Cam Gigandet was funny.
Yes.
At the end, it was very lazy and quick. Oh, he's dead. It's like it's like when Tom Welling killed him. It was kind of awesome, but it was also hilariously stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If you agree or not.
Yeah. I mean, all of that. I mean, also the explosions are just
funny.
Yeah,
funny
way that those things looked. Yeah.
I think they're funnier than Classified.
Yes, definitely.
If you want to compare the explosions from Classified from Aaron on the skids. I like that you put a question mark, by the way, because I guess I still can't tell if he's on the skids.
Yeah.
But
Will from Exploding Helicopter is pretty certain that Aaron Eckhart was on the skids.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was because he's doing a movie called Classified, and his next movie is with Corey Large.
Yes,
as I said.
You're right.
So you're skid. But I know. I think he's on skids.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about when we do our next person, because
yes.
everyone has a skid movie before they really fall onto the skids.
Yes. Yeah.
A good example of that would be Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yes.
Because he's in a movie called In the Shadows. I think that's the title. And it's like some stuntman action movie, kind of Junko movie. It has Joy Lauren Adams and James Caan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Matthew Modine.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. And technically Murder of Crows also.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And it's like, uh-oh. So he won an Academy for Jerry Maguire. You're in Murder of Crows. This is not good. What's going on? Then he hung on, and then he did In the Shadow. Like, uh-oh. But it's not a Cuba Gooding Jr. podcast. But aren't we waiting for that new movie? It has him and David A. R. White, I forget the title.
Oh, right. He's fallen that. He's fallen there. When you get to the, I mean, granted, Gary Daniels did a couple David A. R. White movies, but it does feel like when you get
maybe
there.
Up there on that.
Yeah, that's always a rough place
But
to go.
But I will say this movie, Mafia Wars, I would check it out. We watched it on Hulu, right?
Yes, it's a Hulu. No. Mafia Wars is Tubi, 72 hours.
Tubi, yes.
Yeah.
Let me just double check. Or was it Amazon Prime? I forgot now. It's not sad.
No. Well, I think it might be on Prime as well. I think Mafia Wars is on a bunch of them.
It's
on
I watched
Prime,
it on Prime.
Roku, Tubi. Yeah, you can find it anywhere.
And 72 hours was Hulu, right?
72 hours was the Hulu one. Yeah, exactly. Because it's Christian Sesma again. I mean, a lot of his movies are on Tubi as well, but he gets a little bit higher quality thing on he's like a little higher end, which is strange to think that, like, I think 72 hours looks better than Mafia Wars, except for, like you said, that Italian backdrop that looks amazing. But the Mafia Wars is more fun than 72 hours.
Yeah, it beats. I think it's a better movie in 72 hours. There's more going on that you care about, and you got a fun Cam performance, and it's fun to watch Welling.
Yes,
enough to hang on. What's so funny about 72 hours, and we just did 97 minutes.
Yes,
Alec Baldwin and the Skids. Steak Knife.
That's right. Yes,
and Pat Von Grover, and it's just hilarious. Like, wait, we do a lot of these minute movies because we can talk about. I think that's one thing on Mafia Wars where you spotlight a fight.
Well, the only thing on Mafia Wars is that there's a joke where when Gigandet and Welling are driving off somewhere, and Gigandet says that he's got his stuff in his Fortress of Solitude, and Welling's like, "What are you talking about, my Fortress of Solitude?" And it's like, these people here, they don't get Superman in Italy, whatever. I thought that was kind of funny that Tom Welling, being Superman, or I guess he was technically Clark Kent, on Smallville, but he was Superman. He's Superman. But and it was kind of funny to throw that in there. And again, this weekend being, as we're recording this, is the introduction of the new Superman. But Welling definitely belongs in that group of, I mean, geez, there's like so many now. There's so many now who have played Superman. It used to just be the two Reeveses, right? George and
then you got Dean Cain, and you got the Cavills.
Yeah, and I guess Welling would have been right after Dean Cain, right? It would have been
Brandon Routh.
Routh would have been after Welling, right? So it's like, Welling, I guess, would have only been the fourth all time. Did that make
right? Yeah. Well, let's see. So George Reeves and then Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
And then I guess it would be Welling and Routh. That's 4.
Well, Dean Cain, right? Dean Cain would have been.
Dean Cain. That's 5.
Yeah. So Welling would have been the 4th. Yeah, and then Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Welling. Then Cavill.
Yeah.
Then almost Nicolas Cage. Then Cavill.
Right, exactly. Does Nicolas Cage, is he in that Flash movie? As
well, supposedly, there's some weird story about that. Like, they just took his picture one day. It's like, you're going to be in the Flash movie. Like, I am. I don't know if I support that idea. It's
exactly. Well, because
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, he forked over a ton of money for Action Comics #1.
He still has that, I hope. Hope he didn't sell it during his tax problem.
I know. I wonder. I mean, he sold the island, and I think he sold the dinosaur bones, but I don't know if
he sold some sort of skull, right? It's like,
yes,
yeah. That's amazing. How does he find that stuff? Like, where do you find that? Like on eBay or Amazon or something?
I guess when you're that rich, you there are people that broker big sales.
Oh yeah, the brokering. That's fun. Maybe. Like, I have to get that dinosaur bone. It's like, that's typical Cage. I'm still waiting for the Surfer to come to stream. Maybe it did, but I'm always usually trying to catch up on my Cages because I do Nicolas Cage live. I'm assuming you kind of do the same.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't see Renfield yet either, and I'm missing a few. I mean,
yeah, I'm missing a bunch. There's a whole chunk of his newer ones that I haven't seen. Plus, I mean, he had that 10-year run of DTV stuff that I've barely watched any of.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Arsenal is kind of funny. And if you want, Arsenal's pretty good. Rage is funny because he yells. It's kind of funny. And of course, there's Left Behind, Pay the Ghost, The Trust. What's this other one? Oh, Inconceivable.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen them all because there's a bunch of them on Hulu and Tubi.
Okay, because Looking Glass is worth watching.
Is it? Okay.
Because there's something awesome that kind of happens in it at the end. Like, okay, it was a decent thriller, but then something kind of awesome happens.
Yeah.
Kill Chain, awesome title. And he looks really cool.
Yeah.
If you look up Kill Chain, he has the slick back hair. He has a crowbar, and this legendary called Kill Chain.
Yeah. No, that's not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got to see. There's a ton of these in here that I've got to see.
So you're I'm only missing a few. I still need to watch Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
And of course, Renfield. I didn't catch that.
No, I think I've seen like maybe 5 of the ones in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but from like, so I think the first one would have been Frozen Ground, maybe.
Frogro.
Frogro. Yeah, I think I haven't seen. I've only seen like maybe like 5 or 6 between Frogro and.
I've been calling that for 12 years now.
Frogro.
I bought it on demand the day it came out, which I've never done after that because it cost money on Comcast.
Yeah, that's literally.
I used to watch it with my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got lucky. It was about $5 regular D on Comcast.
Yeah.
But I liked Frogro. Did you like Frogro?
I did. I especially there's a couple of scenes where he and Cusack act opposite each other that I really liked. And Vanessa Hudgens was great too.
Yeah, and what's great about that is that if you watch Con Air, they don't really interact that much. Cusack and Nicolas Cage. I think it's very minimal, or maybe barely at all.
Yeah, that's one that actually we covered on the podcast way back in the old iteration of it with Jamie and I can't remember what episode.
Con Air?
No, not Con Air. Frozen Ground.
Frogro?
Yeah, Frogro.
Oh, Frogro?
Yeah. So yeah, and so yeah, because the fact that I'm looking something up on it now means that it has to take forever to load. But
okay.
That's how Spotify works. So it's episode 16. That gives you a sense. We're 200 episodes ago. Yeah, 200 episodes ago.
Wow, 200 episodes ago.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And you did 211, didn't you?
We did, yeah. So when Will from Exploding Helicopters on doing Nepo Babies, we did that one.
I still think that's hilarious. The Tyrese Gibson joke is funny.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And Mel Gibson's, that is a good bit.
Right. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I always think how funny that is. Yeah. So I'll catch up on these cages. All right. So. What was I gonna say? Oh, Mafia Wars. Yeah, so I thought overall decent. I'd check it out if you're like running out of stuff to watch on Amazon Prime. It might pop up by accident or something, and check it out.
Yeah, and one thing I would say too, kind of to kind of piggyback on a comment that Chris the Brain mentioned when he reviewed this. He said, it's a shame that Welling wasn't doing these movies right out of Smallville. And I think, I agree. Point. He's good in these action movies. It's hopefully we get to see a lot more of him. But we lost about a good 6 or 7 years worth of these, and he would have been great when you think of like those Bruce Willis ones where actually he's in Clear Cut, the one we've been talking about wanting to do.
I saw that. So what a cast you got! Steak Knife or Alec Baldwin. He's not Steak Knife, but your buddy Clive Standen, Stephen Dorff, Lachlan Monroe, Jesse Metcalfe, and Tom Welling. Yeah,
directed by Skiba. So we gotta get
perfect.
This thing, we just gotta get this thing on streamers. It's
I've been waiting. I check on it. I check on that one. I just checked Gunslingers with Nicolas Cage and Skiba.
Yeah.
And there's nothing on that either. So
yeah. I love the idea of Standen and Welling. We get Standen and Welling doing a bearded tall guy off, right?
Standen's kind of moving in on this. It's like
yeah. We did what was it? Vengeance was the one he did with Willis and Theo Rossi. Vendetta, right? Who knows what Vendetta?
Theo Rossi and Willis and Mike Tyson. That's Roach.
Right, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So Thomas Jane with a small part as well. So
so lazy in that. He was so freaky. That's why Money Plane. I always mention Money Plane on this podcast, but
you
want to see the laziest you ever seen Thomas Jane in a movie. That's it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because Jane can go there. Like Jane, even when he's like acting. Like when you watch that Dirty Laundry short,
yes, I've seen that. Yeah,
even that one when he's like doing his laundry, it seems like he's kind of just like could care less, and then all of a sudden he's like bringing a whiskey bottle out and smashing it over somebody's head and shooting a bunch of people.
Wants that.
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
No, it's on YouTube, and it's
like,
essentially the redemption for Thomas Jane's, that Punisher movie that really just kind of was, it was sauteed in wrong sauce. They went all over the place with the story.
You got the Johnny Cash killer guy. There's only less than 20 kills.
Yeah.
It's the Punisher. Oh, hey, Roy Scheider's in it.
Yes. But, barely, right? Because he gets killed off.
But the game is better in the movie, the Punisher game for PS2.
Yes.
You ever play that? I don't have my PS2 anymore, but you got Thomas Jane as he has a great voice, Thomas Jane, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know, Thomas Jane's career is kind of interesting. It's just like you could see that it's like all over the place. I mean, like, did you ever see Kill Shot?
I don't know if I did see that one. I know I did One Ranger.
Well, yeah, we did one Ranger Malky on the skids.
That's right. We did it for the. That's right. We did it for Malky on the skids. I forgot.
Sure did.
Yeah.
We still need to watch those other Malkies, right? You need to watch The Survivalists with Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and what's the Chariot?
Yeah.
With Malkovich. He plays like a nerd, he's like a scientist or something.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
They're on the Roku channel, I think.
Yeah.
What's this thing? Axe. Have you seen something called Axel? AXL. It's about a top secret robotic dog. This is with Thomas Jane.
And that's Thomas Jane. Yeah.
Thomas Jane, Becky G. That's someone, right? That's like a Disney Channel person or someone.
Yeah, I think she does Comcast commercials too. Is that, or maybe that's somebody else?
G. She did something. Let me take it. Oh, she's a singer or some sort of like singer you might catch on YouTube by accident.
Yeah, I think she does commercials and stuff. Yeah.
Right. So it's Becky G and it's Thomas Jane. I always wanted to kind of watch it because it looked kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It's like
Lou Taylor Poochie's in it as well.
Great name.
Yeah,
Poochie, kind of like Simpsons.
Oh, Ted McGinley, the from like pretty much every show, like towards the end of its run, he was on Married with Children, Happy Days.
That's right.
Yeah, Love
Look
Boat.
at this cast.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to watch. It's on Amazon. Oh no, it's on Amazon. Oh, it's on Prime Video and Tubi and Roku channel and Peacock.
So it's on everything. Yeah,
Axel.
Okay.
So I'll try to watch it because I bet it's definitely watchable.
Yeah,
it looks watchable.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've I'm getting older and I just don't care anymore. It's just like I'll just watch whatever. It's except for Sex and the City, which I'm still holding on to that.
Yeah,
but it's like I cannot sit through that. But anything else? But we gotta go to our fight.
So our spotlight on a fight this week is a classic. It's one that I think we were trying to figure out what one to do, and you mentioned this one, and I was like, well, yeah, we definitely need to do this. It's the end fight scene between Chuck Norris and David Carradine in Lone Wolf McQuade.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, starting off with the sweater.
Let's talk sweater.
I mean, David Carradine in that V-neck sweater with the nice pattern and everything. I don't even know who decides that's what you wear in an end fight scene.
It's probably Carradine. Because this is like the thing you've been waiting for. And when that movie came out in 1986, or whenever it came out,
83. So it's even earlier. So
think about that for a second. You got Kung Fu, you got Kane versus Chuck Norris, who was huge.
Yeah.
And David Carradine still got it.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is great. This is what you came for. This is what you paid your money for.
Yeah. And it starts out great. I mean,
go ahead.
The opening part of it, where the two of them are going back and forth, and Carradine is winning, right? He's defeating him. And I guess they had to figure out a way to make this work because I think Carradine didn't want to lose. That was one of the deals.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well,
you got to lose to Chuck Norris. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Well, so the way they do it, right, and the way they do it is that the daughter breaks free from the woman that she's hanging out with and goes to try to stop Carradine, and Carradine hits her, and that just enrages Chuck Norris so much. Kind of like in Strike Commando, right, when the Dakota says that the little boy had such fragile bones, and that's when Reb Brown goes off, right? He's like, it's like the same idea, I guess.
That was so funny. Your video was great.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so funny. You picked the best. I don't know how you pick all this great. Do you have like a list? But we should go back to the fight. Sorry.
Yes. Well, yeah, no, but I mean, this would be a fun one to cover on that as well. But it's like, yeah. So like Carradine's winning, but I think so for 1983. And with it not being like Hong Kong in 1983, this is a really well choreographed fight sequence, I think.
Oh, fantastic. It's like, because you care about who's going to win. You got a perfect villain and hero.
Yeah.
This is great. This is like, it actually really does deliver. That's what they used to do in movies. They used to deliver on what says on the tin, as they say.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Chuck Norris versus freaking David Carradine.
Yeah, and it worked.
And it worked perfectly. A really good fight. Yeah. Really enjoyable.
So then what happens is that Chuck Norris defeats Carradine, and Carradine's laying on the ground. Somehow he comes into contact, or he comes into possession of an Uzi, and he starts hosing things down. He hits the woman who was there, and I guess like the woman that there was she was forced to be married to Carradine, and she kind of confesses this to Chuck Norris while she dies in his arms. But it looks like Carradine and the other baddie, they're going to get away. Fortunately, somebody in the area throws him a grenade, and he throws the grenade into this like shed that they've run into, this some kind of building that they've run into. And this one grenade does this massive amount of damage. It just blows up everything, which is, I think when you're watching a movie like this, that's plenty good enough, I think.
Yeah, it already delivered most of the movie. Yeah, the movie actually it does start a little slow. People remember Wolf McQuade, but then it picked up. It's kind of like Silent Rage.
Yeah.
If you did the Silent Rage fight, it'd be a little one-sided. But it's like, well, not as one-sided as Seagal versus William Forsythe in Out for Justice.
Well, and I think the other thing too is I think '83 was a period where these movies, there was a sense that these movies needed to have more story and more character development, more drama. We had, Canon starts to kind of ramp things up a little bit more. But see, part of the reason why Canon ramped things up was that they were doing a lot of sequels, and it was like, well, how much character development do we need to give Paul Kersey, right? We've already, we know who he is, we know what he wants to do, and so they would.
I'm an architect.
Exactly.
And also, I shoot people.
Right, exactly.
That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, just cut right to the chase. But then PM comes in, right? And PM is like, no, you need to have action every 8 to 10 minutes. And so, a Lone Wolf McQuade done in the PM style would not have anywhere near that kind of character development. It wouldn't have that slower plot. So it is one of those things. I think our brains, I always joke, when I was in driver's ed, our driver instructor talks about the term being velocitized, right? That like if you're going 100 miles an hour and you slow down to 50, you feel like you're going 20 because, your brain is used to going that really fast pace. And I think our brains are a little bit velocitized from PM in those ones because we're so used to like, action every 10 minutes. But this one, like you said, it starts slowly, by our standards.
Right.
It's
I didn't
still
mind it.
No, it picks up.
Right? Get into that spirit of it. You're in the spirit of an '83 Chuck Norris movie. You have to. It's gonna start a little slow.
Exactly. Yeah, and so they kind of give us what we need here. I mean, it's an absolute classic. I think it's I haven't seen it in forever. I think I watched this movie like 15 years ago.
You saw it 15 years ago?
I think so. I think it was like the late 2000s.
Wow.
So it was a friend of mine had just seen it, and he was like, oh, he got a kick out of it. He's like, this movie's hilarious, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch it with you. That sounds good.
Let me see if I have a copy because I think I've had trouble getting a copy over the years. Let me just take a look. I logged it. Let me see.
It is on Tubi. It's on Tubi. It's on Pluto as well. If you want more commercials, you can do Pluto.
I must have watched it somewhere. I don't have a copy. I'll get a copy of this. I need to own all my Chucks.
Yeah, it's
available.
Yeah, because the thing is when you get into like the later '80s, Chuck Norris, it is more like that kind of all over the top, just crazy action stuff.
Delta Force, which I rewatched last week or on July 4th weekend.
Yeah,
and that was fun.
Yeah, Delta Force is a good, Invasion USA. Obviously, that's
probably the pinnacle one.
Yeah, the other thing too is that this movie made like 12 million in the theater, which is just ridiculous. And Orion distributed it in the theater, and then it was Vestron on VHS. So 12 million. It had a budget of 5 million, which sounds like a lot of money for a movie back then. Especially for a karate actioner to be spending 5 million. But to make that much back, that's like I don't even know what how you'd equate that now. That would be like a movie. That would be like a John Wick, I guess, right? When you think of John Wick's making like 20 million, making 100 million or something like that.
I remember when I was always wanted to see a Chuck movie in the theater, but he never. I was too young in a way. They used to at our old movie theater called the Criterion in New Haven. They did a Chuck Norris thing, kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing.
Oh yeah.
And they played Invasion USA. So me and Mo,
yeah,
and Brett all went to see that. It was awesome to see in the theater with the original print.
Oh, that's amazing.
They did some other ones, but I don't remember the titles. But we could have scheduling issues. We got to at least do Invasion USA.
Yeah,
I think they had some other ones. I forget, but it's like that was the best one because it's like,
oh, geez, yeah.
Movie.
Yeah, Invasion USA is just that was one we covered with Freddie Young from Full Moon Reviews to talk about Invasion USA. But yeah, Delta Force. The first one I remember being on TV was Good Guys Wear Black. I remember that one being on the Movie Loft, this show on local Channel 38 here or in the Boston area. I remember them advertising it. Is it Good Guys Wear Black? Is that the one where he jumps into the window? Car window to
I'm convinced it was that one.
Yeah, so I just remember that being in the commercial. I was like, I have to watch this. I can't not watch this movie. And then I was just like, okay, now I've got to see like anything I can get my hands on. This is Chuck Norris, so it's like
what was the thing? There's something about Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
There's something about him. That's why I need to. I think I have most of his movies. I mean, I don't have Agent Recon because it was
No.
streaming.
No.
That was funny movie.
Yeah, the one movie we covered of his, the one recent one that he did that we were able to cover for our 2-movie sets, Agent Recon, still on Hulu. I mean, that's how the movie got to Hulu. It was somehow that guy got he got Chuck Norris to be in his movie, and that got it onto Hulu.
I'm hoping he could do more. I mean, I haven't checked if Chuck Norris is doing anything else. Oh, I did see Expendables 2 in the theater. That's technically Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
So, let me take a look.
He's got like this movie called Zombie Plane that's in post-production.
Oh, it's in post-production? Oh, right. Is he playing himself in that?
He plays Commander Chuck Norris. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of these kind of goofy movies. Okay.
Yeah, it's got like Ice-T's in it. Oh, Nikki Whalen, who was in yeah, she's in it as well.
Right.
From the
looks like a
Brian Austin
goofy.
Green. So yeah, Vanilla Ice, of course. You gotta have Vanilla Ice.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris. I'm hoping this is actually kind of funny. Stefan Curry, I guess.
Right.
Curry.
Yeah, it's listed.
Bob Geldof.
I was gonna say listed Bob Geldof. What is that?
That's hilarious. Bob Geldof is in this movie. Please.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, what is that? I mean, how do you get Bob Geldof? Yeah.
That's fine. Like, how do you get Bob Geldof to be
right? Yeah.
That's amazing. That is so funny. Yeah. There's something about it. I mean, that means they're bringing back these kind of weird movies with these weird people in it.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So
let's do that. Oh, Commander Chuck Norris. I was goofing around. And was it Special Agent Brian Austin Green?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So we don't know who Ice.
Someone's goofing around here.
Yeah.
It's not like CIA agent Vanilla Ice. It's like
right. Yeah. So I think it's going to be
I'll
interesting.
keep an eye on this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this one if it's worth us checking out or not.
You could do Zombie Plane and Money Plane.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, that'd be nuts if we can get. I'll keep an eye on Diamond, but it's been sitting in some sort of post-production thing for a while.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, maybe at this point, maybe we should tease what our next one is going to be for August. So actually, no, this is the August one. I'm sorry, the one we're going to, but yeah, we're going to continue our On the Skids series, which Will from Exploding Helicopter said he's a big fan of. So
I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you. And I think he's going to enjoy this one here. We've got an Oscar winner. It's going to be one Mr. Morgan Freeman.
Yes, Morgie on the Skids.
Morgie on the Skids. We're going to look at Gunner with a Hemsworth brother in it.
Luke Hemsworth, which I watched. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one. And then 57 seconds with Josh Hutcherson, which this movie did get a limited release. I think it made like 6 figures in the theater. So it's not quite direct to video. It's close enough. I mean, my rule was always like, 5 to 10 million. This is like not even in that ballpark. This is
it's on Pluto, right? It's about time travel, I think. It's on Pluto TV, which is
exactly.
That's like you get an on-demand service, right? So it's like I think I typed it in.
Yeah, it made like $1 million in the theater, I guess. So I guess it had. I don't know where people were able to see it.
I never saw that hang around North Haven.
Yeah, I don't exactly. I don't know if that's a global box office. Maybe that's what it is. It's a gross worldwide. So so it may not have ever been released here in the United States. If it was, it might have been like again like there's a lot of these like limited releases for these direct to video movies where you can like I said, I saw Cinderella's Revenge in the theater here, and there was one time that Acceleration was playing here.
Right, Dublin.
Yeah, exactly. So I think some of these movies get like these releases, and I mean it was in Hungary,
limited, right?
United Arab Emirates. I'm sure United Arab Emirates they had a lot of money to plunk down on it. So yeah,
because I'll get to this in the Morgie on the Skids episode, but I think you even said this on this podcast that everyone has a movie. They start with a Skids movie. Like I think I already said it, right? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Right.
So it's like Morgie has a start on the Skids. If you take a look at his filmography, obviously that is the classic that is called Edison Force.
Yes.
Then you have The Contract. I'll get to this in the episode. It's like The Contract with him and John Cusack on the Skids of fame. John Cusack, which is amazing. Amazing behind the scenes about making The Contract. If you look that up, Steven Seagal wanted to be in it. It's very silly.
Which would have been amazing. Yeah, which would have been fantastic.
I wish that happened, and also maybe Josh Hartnett. So because the director Bruce Beresford, he wrote a book about making this stupid movie, contract movie.
Right. But the thing is,
the Randall scandal.
He makes the contract, right? He makes Edison. He makes the contract, right? Two, like you said, two Randall scandals. But he's also making, Dark Knight, which
exactly
grosses over $1 billion. He makes Invictus, like this Oscar-nominated. I think it was Oscar-nominated. Clint Eastwood film.
People like Invictus, right?
Yeah,
we got $1 Million Baby. Well, that's a little before, but let's talk. Yeah, Invictus. So we want to do this really quickly, then we'll get to the. We'll get to that episode.
Yeah, so like he was kind of like wading in those waters and like kind of the shallow end for a little bit before he finally decided to take the plunge.
He did The Code, another movie that no one cares about.
Yeah,
remember that was him and Antonio Banderas.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then Maiden Heist also went straight to video. It has Christopher Walken and William H. Macy.
Yeah.
And then then he's hanging around the theater for a while, and then he fell into it last night. 2015, him and Clive Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Momentum, which is a weird movie. I'm going to count.
Yeah, that's
you ever see that?
I haven't seen it yet. Is that the one with Olga Karolinko?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see that one. Yeah, I need to see
if
that
he's in it and he went straight to video, his count. And then Poison Rose. We could do this on the episode. We should do this on the episode. But I mean, then he got one of his cruds, which it's called Vanquish. Terrible movie.
Yeah.
Him and Ruby Rose. I don't know if you ever watched it.
No, I've been meaning to see that. I've been meaning to check out some of those ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but wait, do you think I think he made one of Grillo? It's Paradise Highway. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah,
Paradise Highway. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And Frank Grillo and Juliette Binoche.
Yeah. But the problem is that movie is almost 2 hours long. It's on the Roku channel. It's on, so you can check it out free on the Roku channel. You're right. It's got some big cast. I think there's a sense with a movie like this, you're going in for something bigger, right? So I guess it's a human trafficking movie as well. So
oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So, and also The Minute You Wake Up Dead, also. Mm-hmm. So it's a very interesting career that he's fallen into. It's like I think he just doesn't care anymore.
Right.
But we can talk about this in the episode.
Yeah. So, but yeah, actually, as we're wrapping up here, did you want to do your plugs?
Oh, plugs. Okay. ComeuppanceReviews.net is the website that we post reviews on. We'll post something soon. Yeah. We just posted The Protector with Frank Zagarino. We're going to watch Time Burst. I think it has Gerald Okamura very soon.
Oh, nice. You got to get Okamura.
AIP movie. And then Ty Comeuppance on the Twitter X. Don't do much there. But Ty Action Rock is my Instagram handle, and I usually live there. That's how I find these Bugatti trends. And and what I posted recently? Oh, it was Dead End City AIP movie has Robert Zadar. Yeah. People like it because it's weird. Gregory Scott Cummings from Action USA.
Yeah, that's why I've got to see.
But it wasn't. Dennis Cole.
I was going to say, that's a great part of your collection is the AIP films.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of people that have PM is one thing. Everybody, we get a lot of those, but the AIP ones, those are some rare ones, aren't they? Like that some of those.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I started collecting, there was a place called Time Tunnel. Mm-hmm. It closed a while ago now, but they had a lot of AIP movies like Kick or Die. I found that there, and like Kick or Die, what a title!
Right.
Obviously, it did not deliver on that. As not Daniel Bernhardt, some other Kevin Bernhardt.
Right.
He's like the Luke Hemsworth of the Bernhardts. But and I used to find like AIP, and I found, and then I did this huge deep dive, found everything. All the our buddy, what's his name, Marcini.
Yes.
He was in Return Fire and all that stuff, which is a hilarious movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I goes into Adam West, which is Night of the Kick Fighters, which is a hilarious movie. People need to watch that.
Yes, they do.
Check out Night of the Kick Fighters. Check out Adam West's performance.
Yes.
Wow.
Beautiful. Yes.
And trust me, if he was still around on the con circuit, I would give him that.
Yeah.
Because he died a while ago now, but he was doing the con circuit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And that he would, like, oh, Adam West will be there. You're getting Night of the Kick Fighters, sir. Well, Burt Ward, he's done some. I think is he still with us, Burt Ward?
He is. Yeah, Burt Ward is still with us. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because he made a movie with Marcini too.
Yeah, I think he might be the only remaining living cast member from that show because Yvonne Craig passed away as well. So
Lee Merriweather, she's gone.
Oh, Lee Merriweather. No, you're right. She is still with us. Yeah, she is.
She's still with us. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. That's right. I always forget because she was the Catwoman in the movie. So that's right. Lee Merriweather and Burt Ward are still with us, and I think that's it for cast members that are still with us. I was trying to think of anybody else who's been on, but yeah, I mean, most of those cast members, they were born in like the 20s, and so.
Well, that's the thing. I get worried about these people, kind of like Lee Majors or even Eric Roberts. Yeah. I get worried with Michael Madsen gone. Like, I'm getting worried here.
Well, I mean, Tom Sizemore too. They weren't that old. Tom Sizemore was born in '61, so he's even younger than Madsen, which is crazy to think.
That's true. Well, they made that weird movie, right? Born to Race. We need to watch that.
We probably it's on Tubi still. So
okay.
So for people who don't know this movie, Born to Race, it is this fascinating thing that essentially somebody was making a movie where Michael Madsen plays Al Unser Sr. and Tom Sizemore plays Al Unser Jr., but they're not doing like a biopic. It's them being interviewed and essentially like interviewing and talking about their racing time, like Al Unser Sr., breaking the rules and driving the breakdown or something like that. Like, I saw nobody cared when someone else did it. And it's like, you're Michael Madsen.
Which is funny because I could probably do both impressions. And it's like, oh, Al Unser. And then you got Tom Sizemore like, get out of here. It's just like,
well, because he's playing goofy younger, like Al Unser Jr. He's like, well, I was out on racing, I was trying to do some racing stuff, and it's such a trip. And I don't know how they got these two to do this movie. I mean, obviously it was money, right? Money would have been a part of it, and probably it's low work volume on their part.
Yeah, easy work for them.
Yeah,
it's
such a trip. So yeah, it's one that we probably at some point we might just.
I'm gonna try to get to that.
Yeah,
maybe one of the next, maybe after Morgiana's Kids or something like that. Or we still have to do still gotta do that Kevin Spacey movie. Still gotta do Decommissioned.
Yes, Decommissioned is one.
We still gotta do John Henry.
Yeah,
so John Henry, Decommissioned, and Peter 5'8", I think it's called.
Yep. Yeah, and then
we'll get to this.
Yeah, we got a ton of stuff in the hopper, but Morgie on the Skids will be the next one that we
that's gonna be fun because I'm excited to watch Josh Hutcherson or Pita Bread from Hunger Games.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get ready, that's gonna be mentioned a lot. So
exactly. Yeah. Get your your heroes ready. Get your lamb, or in my case I might do, instead of lamb I might do tempeh. There's also the market, the Reading Terminal Market here in Philly. There's a place that does really great chicken heroes if you don't want to do lamb.
That's fun.
Yeah. Also great.
Because you live in Philadelphia,
Yes, yeah.
Home of Rocky IV, and it's just like you always get the best sandwiches. Here in Connecticut, I mean, we have the pizza.
You have the best pizza, exactly. Yeah. You do pizza better. Yeah, Philly does sandwiches. Yeah, but New Haven is it's the pizza spot.
Because I think Paul Giamatti was hanging around Pepe's recently.
Yes, that's awesome.
I think he must live in Connecticut or hangs around more.
Yeah.
Because my friend met him. And I was like, what? Why didn't you tell me? I think I overheard he's going to meet Paul Giamatti at some reunion. It's like, why didn't you tell me that a little bit earlier? Because I would ask him to get my Shoot 'Em Up Blu-ray signed.
Yeah.
And or my Ironclad Blu-ray signed.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I'm not mad, but a little slightly disappointed. It's like you were right there.
I know. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I just trying. Yeah, that was. I think that was last year. Did I send it in the picture? I'll send it in the picture.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it sounds like you had to hang around the pizza spots in Connecticut. You had to follow him on Twitter or something, and so he'll say where he is.
Yeah, that'd be funny. If that's what he's gonna do, that's a good idea. Because if he's just chilling, he doesn't have to make any money or moves anymore. He can just be chilling and eating pizza.
Yeah,
Paul Giamatti. It's not a bad idea.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Oh, wait, that reminds me. One last thing about Paul Giamatti. His dad banned Pete Rose.
Exactly, Bart
right?
Giamatti. Yep, Bartlett Giamatti. Yep, that was
and then Pete Rose, played by Tom Sizemore in Hustle.
Exactly. Right? Yes. Yeah.
Maybe is Bart Giamatti in the movie? I have to rewatch Hustle.
Yeah, there's somebody who's going to play Bart Giamatti. Yeah, I don't know who played Bart Giamatti in that movie.
I'm going to have to rewatch it.
Yeah, that movie.
It's the haircut.
Trip. Oh, that haircut. The whole thing. Well, I mean, the way he plays, the way Sizemore plays that part is just like he makes Pete Rose into this complete goofball.
Yes, it was a messy movie, unfortunately.
Oh, so George DeCenzo plays Bart Giamatti in that movie.
I've heard of that name. I know I've seen that name in other movies.
Yeah, it looks like he was an actor in the 70s. So he was born in 1940. So yeah, so essentially, you'd know him. If you saw a picture of him, you'd know exactly who he is.
I could do a quick look, but we should probably wrap up.
Yeah, we should wrap it up here. Yeah, anybody can look up George DeCenzo, one of the great character actors of all time. Yeah,
nice.
Definitely. So
I was looking past one of our old episodes, which we were talking about Charles Napier.
Oh yes, yeah.
And like, I wish he was still around.
God, Napier's great. Oh, one other quick thing about this George DeCenzo guy.
Go ahead, please.
He's from New Haven.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So you get more of a connection there. With
is he gone?
Yeah. He's
gone.
He was born in 1940. He passed away in 2010. So he was only 70.
Oh, he's gone too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen this guy in things. It's like I'm looking at him now. Look. Yeah, he's in all these New York things like Law and Order, NYPD Blue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Murder She Wrote, all the classics.
Yeah.
Murder She Wrote, starring No Code of Conduct. The sheriff from that, right? From Murder She Wrote.
The sheriff from Murder She Wrote, No Code of Conduct. Exactly.
Ron Masak.
Ron Masak, who's also in the Michael Floorwax Earl from Toshiba episode, the Steve Garvey fishing episode of.
I love that episode. Yeah. No, not Floorwax. That will never not be the funniest thing Cheap Seats ever made was these Floorwax episodes.
Yeah. For people out there listening, if you're not sure what Cheap Seats is, a lot of their episodes are on YouTube. And the Steve Garvey fishing episode is one of the absolute best. And I mean, Ron Masak at one point he goes, Mama never raised no fool, you see. And one of the Sklar brothers is like, Mama never raised no celebrity either.
Perfect. Just
perfect. It was Garvey's celebrity fishing, and Masak was like the most celebrity. And then Floorwax, who ended up becoming like this morning drive DJ in Denver and made tons of money. So he actually became really successful, I guess. And then
and what's funny, they did Steve Garvey's Celebrity Skiing, which had Joan Rivers at her best.
Right. Yes.
That was her skiing prowess is amazing.
Yes.
I think it's gonna watch the footage.
Yeah.
Or we should let people go.
We should. Yeah, we get some bonus content on Sizemore and Steve Garvey's Celebrity Fishing.
Steve Garvey and some Morgie Freeman. We almost have to record the podcast with Morgie there.
Exactly for sure. But yeah, Ty, thank you for coming on. This was a fun look.
Oh, you're welcome.
Our Phillippe Phactory Part 2 with Cam Gigandet.
Yeah, all Gigandet. I like the title. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll let people go.
Yes. No, thank you everybody for listening. We'll be back soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.